Good afternoon. How you doing? Welcome to the 2022 Bar Poker Open National Championship here live in Las Vegas, Nevada at the beautiful Gold Nugget in downtown right on Fremont Street. My name is Evan Myers. Sitting in with me is Andrew Griffin. We affectionately call him Griff. And we're going to be hanging out with you all afternoon and talking some great poker. Why are we here? Over 1 million players 7 months ago started a journey, and they came down to the final 130. And look at that, we're right at the screen, down to 130, and we're at 61 players today. Looking forward to it. Welcome, Griff.
Hello. Yeah, we're excited to get started on the feature table we have coming up. I believe we're kicking off the feature table with about 31 players remaining of the entire field. So, like I said, about 60 started today. We're halfway through that, and we're going to get started here with the play right now. This has been an incredible journey, I know, for a lot of these players.
All right, sitting in seat one, Rich Stepponian from Eastern Poker Tour. Rich is also the assistant shift manager from Bally's Twin River in Rhode Island. Yeah, welcome, Rich. In seat number two, Roy Carson from Pikes Peak Poker, sitting on 1.4 million in chips as well. Seat number three, Nick Sims from Eastern Poker Tour with 1.2 million in chips. Seat number four, Zach Preda from Pikes Peak Poker. Zach has 350,000 in chips. Zach might be the short chip stack at the table, but I know he has the ability to play a great short stack game.
Yeah, he's no stranger to the Bar Poker Open.
No way. In that 5 seat, there he is, Phil Hovey from BPO.com, one of our few BPO.comers not affiliated that made it through into the championship. Phil is sitting on about 800,000 in chips. And in the 6th seat, Maddie Eaton, Aces Crack Poker League. Our only female at the table today. Maddie's sitting on 975,000 in chips. In the 7th seat, there's Ruben Vancelette. One-time poker in the house. How you guys doing out there? Ruben sitting on 775,000 in chips. And then rounding it out in our 8th seat, Carlos Collins from the Resort Poker League. What up, Carlos? How you doing, buddy? Carlos at 1.57 million in chips is our chip leader at the table. So what are we doing here today? We are celebrating the championship of a amazing online poker league, barpokeropen.com. Check it out, please. You can find out how you can get affiliated. We had 40 plus poker leagues from all over the country. Over 1 million players vie down in regional satellites and in our monthly championships. They made it their way here to Vegas, and they are playing for their share of over $229,000 in prizes.
That's right, $37,000 for first place. You're looking at an absolute incredible scenario here of a lot of these players. The majority of these players won their seat by going to a local bar league, winning an event, winning a token to get to play online. We have weekly qualifiers to qualify for the online championship, which bring you here to the Golden Nugget at our final tables coming up. We are looking at all over the place. Second place, $25,000 for the runner-up this year. Third place, $16,600. Fourth place, $11,400. Fifth place, $8,800. Sixth place, $73,000. Seventh place, $6,100. And eighth place, which is going to be our final table. Once we get to the final table today, they're guaranteed at least $4,900 for that final table spot.
That is so much money, Griff. So much money that you guys have helped put together this amazing poker organization. Griff, if people don't know, you're the president and owner of River Chasers. Where are you guys located? Let's let everybody know.
That is correct. River Chasers Entertainment. We are based East Coast. We are Southeast Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, and Maryland. We've been in business for 17 years, worked with hundreds of venues. Obviously, the pandemic changed a lot of stuff for everybody, but here we are rebuilding and reopening our events to all of our local players with the benefit of having barpokeropen.com online, keeping our family and our friends together across the country, not just for my league, not just River Chasers, but you have all the leagues that have the opportunity to bring their players. They met them at a championship in Atlantic City. They met them out here in Vegas for the previous years, and now they get a chance to play each other online and keep in contact. It's an exciting experience.
Exactly. And if you're listening in and you're following us on the Facebook Live on Eastern Poker Tour or Bar Poker Open, jump in the chat. Tell us you say hi. Let us know if your friend's playing. We'll certainly give them a shout out. Angelo checked in. Michael, Brian, what's up, guys? How y'all doing? Brian Connors, how you doing, buddy? You guys are all hanging out with us. That's so cool. Thank you guys doing it. Action is underway. We're at the feature table here. 4 tables in real time are remaining. We are on a half-hour delay, so no one can cheat. Just to let you know. How did we get to this point today? Well, we had day 1, flight 1, 531 players participated, and it's crazy how many people. Day 1, flight 2, 219 participants, and day 1B, 490 participants, 1,440 total entries vying for their share of this championship pool. 61 players started today. That's what we're down to. We actually had 2 double baggers, and what does that mean? 2 people qualified through day 1 and day 1B, and they actually, because they already knocked out somebody, they've technically earned themselves a jump in the placement. Those 2 double baggers earned $1,500 extra already, because in a sense you've knocked somebody out. Just to my hometown boys and girls, EPT is in the house. 13 of the final 61 players were EPTers from the Northeast. So I want to give you guys a shout out and congrats.
Yeah, congratulations to all of them. We've, taken a quick second. I want to look at the action. We do have a small hand going on here. Carlos has got ace jack. Looking at the blinds, just so you know, 40,000, 80,000 with an 80,000 big blind ante. So you're looking at 200,000 in the pot before anything happens. Carlos with ace jack. 80,000 to call. He made a raise up to 180.
Rich gets out of there.
Rich gets out of there with a king queen. Roy folds. Nick folds back to Zach with a loose ace there. Gets away from it. Good fold. Oh, Maddie, pocket threes. Not interested in trying to play the little small pair.
Still early. She's trying to feel out the table.
Right.
This is a unique opportunity for most of these players. Most of these players I've talked to have never been on TV or even seen a TV table. So some of them might be a little nervous, but that's totally okay. It's definitely a different vibe. If you're wondering how we all get to see the cards on the screen, it's really cool. Gorilla Gaming, manufacturer of these tables, check them out, has tables all over the main event, has supplied us with this table here. This table is an RFID table. And what does that mean? Radio frequency infrared device. Those little squares you see on the table, there's a card reader or a chip reader underneath those, just like your credit card reader. The cards themselves have a little filament chip in them, very thin chip embedded into that. So when the card is placed over that square, the reader underneath that square gets to see it and pops it up. And not only that, we have Jeff and Kirk out on the graphics. They're working with the dealer, helping you understand what the bets were, how much money was in the pot, keeping all that information up to date. Got lots of great information on the screen. 40,000, 80,000 with an $80,000 big blind ante, $200,000 in the pot pre-flop. Action is on Zach.
Zach's only got 380,000, so as still looking at the short stack at the table near the bottom, he's got to make really good decisions here and hope to get a hand.
Maddie goes to town. She sees her Queen 8 suited. No one's played up in front of her yet, so she does shove in the small blind. It's good. It's a good shove in this point.
Yeah, could be a good spot to pick up all the blinds she just paid the last hand.
Right. Maddie just added 20% to her chip stack, so that was a pretty nice pickup. What is a
play?
We've been asked, what is a big blind ante? Well, a lot of people are very familiar with an ante. We all know how that works, where everybody pays the required bet. But in order to speed up the game and help the dealers along, a few years ago, poker sort of adopted this big blind ante, where the big blind actually pays all of the antes on the table. So big blind is not only throwing in 80,000 for the big blind, but another 80,000 for the antes in the middle of it as well.
Yeah, it does really, put you in a position where you're, and especially in a situation like this where you're deep in the tournament, the blinds are up, you're in a position where it's going to force action on that big blind coming around, because you are putting a good amount in there. I mean, unless you got a much deeper stack, if you're playing with 20 big blinds, 25 big blinds or higher, it's not that much. But when you're looking at a situation where you've played now, and you've been holding out, you were holding out tight to make the money, you were holding out tight to make day two, and now you're looking at, less than 10 big blinds, maybe less than 15 big blinds. Every orbit is worthwhile to pick that up. And, that's the strategy of this game. And the beauty of it is trying to take your chances and pick your spots. And, they say the cards don't matter. Just play the players around you, play your situation, try and get those chips. Zach with an 8-5 off. He lets that go over to Phil. He instantly folds. Back to Maddie with 10-5. She folds. Ruben going to take a peek and contemplate. Grabbing some chips. He calls in. Carlos checks. Going to see a flop. Three, 3, 4. 2 spades. No help for either player.
Ruben definitely sensed that Carlos doesn't have anything. It looks like that's why he's grabbing some chips here. Doesn't surprise me. Yep. Aggression.
He's just hoping he didn't smack that flop.
Right.
Good aggressive play.
Yeah. Ruben bets the 140,000, turns that pot into a $380,000 pot. So
let's go.
Ruben picks up $240,000 just like that. If you missed it, we are live at the Bar Poker Open 2022 National Championship here in Las Vegas at the Golden Nugget Hotel. We have infiltrated their properties, and over 1,000 EPTers came here, and Bar Poker Open players came here. We've become part of the Grand Poker Series here at Golden Nugget. May 31st through July 3rd, an incredible series of poker tournaments to coincide with the main event. We've been able to add about 10 tournaments in that are part of our open series, where the players get trophies and all sorts of great cash and prizes as well.
Yep, that's right. While we're streaming this live stream final table, right behind all this action, there's a $50,000 guarantee going on right now. If you are in the area, you want to come over to the Nugget, you still got time to get in. So feel free to come on over here. It is a great value for what you're looking at, for a $50,000 prize pool, guaranteed. Where'd it go? $300 buy-in. It started at 1 o'clock. 50K up to 50K guaranteed. They've been crushing the guarantee. So
absolutely.
All right, and if you're also in the area, you're looking for a late night tournament, 7 o'clock tonight here at the Golden Nugget. Get $125. Excuse me, $125. 5K, no limit hold'em.
What up, Frank? How you doing? Sean, how you doing? Tommy, Nick Ribello. Yeah, two Rhode Island players. Go Rich, go Nick, he says. Nick Ribello also says, hey, Phil. Lashana Collins. Go, CJ. That must be Carlos. Messina is sending some love out Ruben's way as well. So check in, say hi to us, tell us if we're doing a good job or not. We won't respond, but tell us if we're doing a good job or not. We'll have some fun. We're just a couple guys here who love playing poker, who are heavily involved and have been fortunate enough to hang out and been asked to jump in on this. This is my 12th season commentating with Eastern Poker Tour and Bar Poker Open, so I'm pretty excited to be back.
This is a special group of people, and as always, it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Every year we keep meeting new players, we meet new leagues, and we're excited to bring them into the fold and the family of being under the Bar Poker Open umbrella and having the players that play at their local bars wherever they are in the country to give a chance to be here. Now, we are working, for those who don't know, we are working on a shortened season this year, and that was all due to the COVID, last 2.5 years. Back in our previous championship, pre-COVID, was in 2019 at the Bar Poker Open Championship in the Borgata in Atlantic City. A couple months after that is when, unfortunately, the pandemic hit the country and forced things to shut down. So we had already qualified players throughout 2019 into 2020, but unfortunately, there was no championship out here in Vegas for 2020 because everything was still shut down. Well, what we did with Bar Poker Open Online is we got as many of our players that are interested in being a part of that membership system. It's less than $30 a month, less than $1 a day in order to be a part of it. It is such an incredible value with anywhere from $40,000 to $50,000 in monthly prizes. I'm going to take a pause here just to take a look at it all in.
Rich is all in. He shoves for 625,000. Actions on Roy. Roy gets out of that hand. Carlos with his Jack-9 on the button. About half his chip, a little less than half his chip stack. He's not going to play along Jack-9. He's a little posturing here. It's not enough money for him to lose to worry about it.
Yeah, I think he's just waiting for a chip count to make sure, but
yeah,
I don't see him getting in with a Jack-9. And if he does, good luck to him. That's okay. You play your cards any way you want to play your cards. So continuing on what I was just saying while we're waiting for him to make a decision. So we had the Bar Poker Open online, barpokeropen.com, allowed players from all over the world to be a part of the Bar Poker Open network by joining up with that membership system. And that is what helped build and continue the family, even though the live games and the restaurants and bars were shut down majority across the country for a while. And then as things reopened, we then reopened the live leagues and we started going. And we do get a fold there, which we saw that coming.
And Glenn Drift, as a player with Eastern Poker Tour and seeing what happened with the bars and already knowing that the platform existed, we as players want to thank you and Glenn for really taking the initiative to really ramp up what barpokeropen.com is all about and allowing us that opportunity to continue playing and still make our way here to Vegas.
Sure. And we appreciate that. And look, we were playing online events pre-COVID. Like, we had an online system already. It was one of our absolute great ways to become a national championship qualifier, was earning those tokens at your bars and then playing online in a weekly tournament. Well, instead of now having a one weekly tournament, we have about 12 tournaments a day. And with those, you can win more tokens, you can win cash prizes, everything moves up as a pro member, having a membership system like that. So it just opened up the door for a new world of players, as well as a complement to all the leagues that are actively running. So players, maybe they can't get out every night with their families and work situation. You have an opportunity maybe to jump in a tournament, lasts about 2-3 hours online, and you won't have to worry about leaving the comfort of your house. But again, for me as a River Chasers player, owner of the league, we love seeing our family come out and be a part of it, and we look forward to keep growing and adding more events and bringing our events back to our family here.
Excellent. Thank you.
Nick with
Roy makes a little raise there, 265,000. Action is on Nick. Nick sees probably out of everybody here more poker hands than anybody I know.
Mm-hmm.
He's a dealer at Valley's Twin River. Actually, a very good dealer as a matter of fact. Sees lots of hands. I've been talking to a lot of dealers who are players, and a lot of they tell us because they see so many hands, they see the mechanical side of poker, but they don't really think about what's going on because they're in a very mechanical, robotic mode themselves, just playing the action. So some people feel that it helps them, and some dealers feel that it actually doesn't help them at all. It's an interesting dynamic there.
So we're just finishing up that story. Now we have another break in the hand here while they're shuffling. So 2020 was canceled for the Bar Poker Championship here in Vegas, and then 2021 rolls around. So now we have had 27 months of time between our last championship when we started qualifying for the championship into our final championship. So we had 27 months of qualifying. We did that event last year in October at the Golden Nugget. Incredible prize pool, the world's largest event. And then from October till now, very short 6 to 7 month season in order to get right back here again. So
Exactly.
not only did we hit our guarantee as well, it was a $200,000 guarantee. We're at $229,000 this year. So just in that short season of 7 months, we still hit the guarantee, and that just bodes so well for next season, our future championships. If we're having an East Coast event, we used to have an East Coast event in the fall.
Right.
I'm gonna take a pause here. Yep.
Yeah, Nick in the small blind with his king 10. He makes the call. We've got a small blind, big blind.
Yeah, Zach's getting really short on chips here.
Zach with the Jack 2, the famous ninja. They call it that, the ninja. You know why they call it the ninja?
I've never heard of that before in my life.
Jack 2 is ninja because you would never see it coming, because who would actually play that? So if you're curious about the prizes, like Griff said, $229,000, just over that, up for grabs today. Over 130 players made $500 or more. We are down to 61 players today, as we said, and the minimum cash today is $680. And a minimum cash for a couple of our players, add $1,500 to that because of their double bagging. It's pretty crazy. $37,000 up front, $25,000 for second, $16,000 and change for third, $11,000 for fourth, $8,800 for fifth. Got an action. You got a hand going on right now?
So, and just so you know what they're looking at right now while this hand is being played as far as the prizes, as you were just discussing, it's over $1,000 now guaranteed for every player sitting at the table. So for an event that they had potentially qualified for free,
right?
Some of them won a full package to come out to Vegas, and they're now here guaranteed $1,000 payout.
Exactly. Now we are on a 30-minute delay, so we don't know the exact action happening as it's going on, but you can probably hear in the background cheering. 30-minute delay, so people can't call their friends and say, hey, guess what's going on, or text their friends. No cheating allowed. We are in live time, about 4 tables left. As of right now, TV time, we are at about 55 players in TV time. I'm sorry, 35 players in TV time. Ruben makes that raise, $250,000.
Yeah, Nick
really, with his ace,
really thinking about what to do.
Yeah. Nick's first position, second position. Whoa, and Nick decides to fold his button. I might have taken a stab and played, made a little raise right there on the button. Big ace.
All right, the raise with the king 10 takes it down.
Takes it down.
Now you wonder again. These players have probably never played on a live stream before, so you'll wonder if they're going to come back and sit down and say, "Oh, can't believe that. Should have played that ace jack. Should have played this hand. Should have played that hand." But when you're sitting at the table, it's just like anything else. You have no idea. You know, hindsight is always 20/20 in these situations. You know, you can't always just pick and choose the random card you're going to play and catch I would have flopped this. I would have turned to that. You know, hindsight is always beautiful. And you know, I did the same thing. I played on the live stream yesterday, and you know, as part of the Pros vs. Joes event, which if you're interested, you can go look that up on our previous feed here. But the Pros vs. Joes event had a great little cash game going on, and I have yet to go back and watch it. because exactly what I was saying. I don't know if I want to be in that position of I can't believe I didn't do that or I did this, but
Well,
it was so exciting. To
I
be
certainly
at
saw
a
what
table
happened.
like this.
Yeah, I certainly saw what happened yesterday. Ruben gets away from his cards action on Carlos. Ace 5 to act. Gets out of there. $80,000 for Roy to make the call here. Ace 8 suited.
Not too much table talk going on. I know it's a high pressure situation being in the final 4 tables of this event. So
Yeah.
sometimes you see, excitement and enjoyment and people having a good time. Normally they're the people with all the chips. But when you're sitting on, less than 10 big blinds and your tournament life is on you, you're focused on the hand more than you are, I guess, assume on a regular basis.
And this is speaking of players, this isn't Zach's first time at a feature table. Actually, he's one of the few that have been here before 2017. I believe he came in 3rd place. Pretty cool for him. Actually, Zach was in 2nd place, and I think Sue Kennedy was in 3rd place. Thanks for the update, Sue.
Well, actually, and with that being said, you think Zach went back and watched?
I think
do you
he
think
did.
do you think he learned something
I think,
from this experience?
Oh yeah, everybody tells me that they definitely learned something here. It's they have to slow down what they're doing. They are very anxious. There are bright lights heating them up, and people always tell me we just have to slow down and think about what we're doing. But
because that's just what you need in Vegas is more heat.
More heat, exactly.
When I landed here this week, it was 118 degrees, and I loved every second of it.
There are chip counts. Carlos up front with 1.69 million. Roy in 2nd place, 19 big blinds, 1.5 million. Nick, 1.2 million. Ruben with 1.175 million. Rich, 10 big blinds, 865,000. Maddie with 10 big blinds just behind Rich. Phil with 445, and Zach with 180,000 in chips. 2 big blinds.
Yeah, Zach's got to get on a horse. He's going to pick a hand. Whether he wants to or not, it's coming.
Right? He is almost there. Actions on Rich. Rich with the Queen 8. Ooh, one of my favorite hands suited. Doesn't decide to stick around, but Rich has a smaller chip stack, doesn't want to invest about 15% of it.
Nick with a Queen 8. He's fold. Zach, this would be my hand if I was playing.
Right, Brittany? He better have learned. That's true. For sure.
We're just commenting on the chat that's coming up here for those who are watching or listening.
We play along with our friends in the chat room. So jump in. Tell us a funny joke or something.
Zach calls.
Actions on Phil.
He's got just 100,000 behind him. Phil has ace 3 off. He moves all in. He's got king 10 off. Not a strong hand, but he's got the chip stack. He's got over 1 million chips, about 35% of his stack there. Pretty easy math.
In the big blind.
So he already has,
160,000 invested into it. So
another 360 to win a potential pot now of over 1 million if he were to call.
Yeah, but
not suited, not connected, but they are live, but he just doesn't know that yet. This is worthy of a sweat. This is worthy of thinking about this one. It's not the strongest hand, but the situation might be right.
But Ruben also has Zach behind him. Ruben can't just call in the situation. He's probably thinking about making the move. He has to get Zach out of there.
And I'm responding to Tom in the chat. What's up, buddy? So Tom's a river chaser as well with me back home. I believe you're referring to Zach, if Zach should have confidently pushed. In this situation, I think Zach wants as many people in the pot as possible. And so a limp helps get other people's chips in. That's where I would take that angle from. There's no way I mean, the money's right. I think if Zach was thinking about it the way I was thinking about it, it would be this is exactly what he wanted.
And he's got suited connections.
A huge chance to triple up plus some.
I mean, he has to feel he's
even
in a fair race.
Even if he's against aces, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That's it. You suited connectors.
I don't think he's suspecting that anyone has a pair here. I think he's suspecting a strong ace or a small pair.
Zach is going to step away.
Okay.
We'll see what happens.
That
Good
would
luck,
have been
good
a 50-50 race.
Save a blind for another day.
True.
All right. Good luck all in. King 10 offsuit, ace 3 offsuit for Phil. We're going to a flop. Oh, jeez. Zach would have flopped a straight. And a 7-card straight.
He would have hit the 7-card straight.
7-card straight. That's gonna sting.
Well,
Ruben wins the hand with the King 10. Makes the 10 on the turn.
Good feeling that it was good too, but I was like, man, I don't want to freaking lose like that.
And that's the live stream across the world for you, Zach.
There you go,
buddy.
Fortunately. All right, they're gonna.
I knew exactly what was going on, but that's ridiculous.
We don't have the exact count on the floor, so I'm not sure exactly what position Phil finished in. I'm thinking he's somewhere around 29th or 30th for $1,085 though. What a finish though! Free poker for win over $1,000.
And just so you know, he's wearing our golden badge, which means he's coming to our player party tonight at 9:00 here at the Golden Nugget, the deck of the pool. He's getting the free drinks. He got all the benefits of staying here on property with us as part of the Bar Poker Open. We absolutely appreciate the support of the hosting venue here at the Golden Nugget. And as a comment to all the players who have been around here, those who are staying here and fully supporting, just like you were to go to your local bar and you support the venue that's hosting your bar entertainment, coming here to the Golden Nugget, staying here on property, we have a special great deal, BPO booking code, in order to come here every year and get great rates with no resort fees. It's an absolute wonderful thing, and all the benefits you get with this, it's highly recommend taking your experience to the next level and using our they're discussing the hand right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, staying here on property with us, you get the maximum value.
I agree with you, Frank. I probably would have done the same thing. Definitely was a good run for Phil as well. I can't wait for that party, Griff. You said it was hot out. We're at the pool.
Oh.
I do not want to see you go down that slide, though.
Or
maybe I do. Maybe how much?
It would hurt so bad because there's no water going down the slide at the time. It would hurt a little bit.
Pretty amazing slide goes through the shark tank.
Yeah, if you've never, if you're watching from wherever you are in the world, first of all, thank you very much. Second of all, go Google the Shark Tank at the Golden Nugget, and you'll see the incredible aquarium that is in the middle of the pool. That you can swim around and go right up to the glass and see everything that's inside. But not only that, there is a slide from the second level that goes right through the clear tank. So you are literally swimming with the fishes right in the middle of it. It's such a cool experience. So, that's why we encourage you to come check out the Golden Nugget. It's an incredible location here.
Exactly. Looking forward to it. We are here at the 2022 Bar Poker Open National Championship, your largest online bar poker organization in the world.
That's correct.
40 plus leagues involved, over 1 million players played over the last 7 months to get to this point. Blinds are $40,000, $80,000 with an $80,000 big blind ante. We'll keep you up check. $200,000 in the pot pre-flop every hand. We've been here for the week. I want to thank the Golden Nugget and all the staff, Kurt, and everybody running these tournaments just does an awesome job. And got to appreciate all the efforts they put into it. Nick gets out of that hand, the 9-5. Action's on Zach. Queen 9 in the hijack seat, the middle seat between the button and the blinds.
Well, I think the only thing here, Zach does have a couple hands to pick a spot, even though he's just with just 100,000.
No brainer. Maddie sees that ace king all in 770,000. Just has the button and the blinds to get out of there. I think her chip stack is just enough to get rid of them. Ruben definitely folds his connectors there. Carlos, he's not going to stick around. and Rich is going to get rid of his king four in a minute, I bet, as well. There it is. So Maddie just ups her pot, 970,000 plus 200,000. She didn't want to see a flop, she says, and we agree with her. At least I do. So we were saying 1 million players started this journey. Well over 1,000 players came to Las Vegas to play it. We had 1,400 total entries in this tournament. Some people had double qualifiers, some people to get in here, and some people double qualified for today while they were here. Day one was flight 1, 531 players. Day 1, flight 2, 219, and day 1B, 490 players. 61 players started today with 2 double baggers earning an extra $1,500. So should have been 63 players, but we're down to 61 to start the day. I think in live time we're somewhere still in the 30s. We are on that delay, so we'll keep you updated. We can't tell you what's going on in live time, but
all right, guys. Just as a reminder, our
Ritzy, what's up?
Registration is open. 50K guarantee, $300 buy-in. Need over 200 players to reach that guarantee, and we currently have less than 100.
If you can hear that as the tournament director, Kurt, in the background. Kurt and the entire crew here.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Consummate professionals. It's just anytime there's anything, they are on top of it, helping the dealers, helping the players.
Yeah.
And Kurt is super welcoming to the bar poker community. He's been with us, every year that we've been here, and he understands what we're about. He understands the scenarios of what these players have gone through to get here. It's not just a tournament that you can walk in off the street and play. And I did want to kind of make a comment about that as we're doing a hand here. I don't want to ignore that one. But it sounds daunting. 1 million players have played. But the reality is the simple qualifying process of Bar Poker Open is 2 steps. 2 steps to the championship. Go to a local bar that's playing, finish top 3, win a token. Or go online, play in a token tournament, qualify. Same thing, free events you can play online. Get you a token tournament. I'm going to pause here just because it might be a little debate. We got two big stacks, both over 1 million.
Yeah,
Roy's
out,
got that bottom pair.
Yeah, throws out the bet, 275,000.
There's a lot of things you can do when you have deep stacks, and there's a lot of things you can't do when you have short stacks. Sometimes you like to see this hand play out a little bit more, knowing if you had the stacks to just call, see more cards, get some more information from your opponent based on another bet or another reaction. But in this case,
Ruben shoves
makes
all in.
The move.
Yeah, all in. 1.7 million. He wants to take the pot down right here. Take that 10 and win with it.
And there are other players at the other tables with over 2 million in chips. So it's just not everybody is in a short stack situation.
Right.
But that's just tournament poker.
And
some people are short, some people have big stacks, and that's how the game plays.
And this is our feature table. We'll be rotating people in and out today. Hopefully your friends get to play on this and you can see them. Check out barpokeropen.com. As Griff was saying, you can find out all the awesome ways to qualify and just get yourself out here for free. So many players won an all-expense paid trip, airfare, hotel, all covered along with the entries. I know they were all pretty psyched. Ruben picks up another $500,000, just over $500,000 in chips.
It was a good fold. Let's the bottom pair go. Would have been way behind if he put some more chips in. Like Patterson, we wish you were here too, buddy.
There are the outside tables there. Beautiful setup from Bar Poker Open. All their gear there.
Yep. Zach talking about his current position right now.
Right, and how the ante situation is going to play out there. Zach's first to act here. He's got 100,000, so he'll be able to collect the ante, and as if you heard him, 25,000 from each player if they're in, approximately. And he's He's gonna wait another hand. He's gonna smart. Maddie wakes up ace 10 suited. She shoves 970,000. It looks like 1.17 million in the pot. Ruben says, see ya. Carlos is out of there with his ace. Rich, ooh, suited connectors, 8-9, a great middle suited connector.
And this is debate. Is this a time to pick to play a playable hand, knowing you may be behind at the moment?
Oh, he is folding that.
Yeah.
He didn't want to, but
I wonder if he was just considering the same situation I had in Zach there, an orbit ago. Perfect situation for suited connectors, but decided to step away. Also, he had more chips, so it's a different hand.
Exactly. It would have put a nice dent in his. Mike Patterson, how are you, buddy? How was the races? Let me know how your gig was out in Bakersfield, California. DJ and a racetrack announcer. Yeah. It's pretty cool gig, and he's part of the Sunshine Poker League.
Yeah, not many people can say that they're an announcer at a racetrack. That's a
very cool.
It's a cool experience.
Met Mike a few years ago. We became really good friends. What a great guy.
All right, so here we are. We have a situation because of Zach's short stack. He is all in blind.
Yep.
The pot's only at $140,000 because it's short because he couldn't cover the big blind and the ante together.
He'll be able to pick up the ante and 20,000 actually off of each player who remains in the pot. So it'll be a big chip up for his stack. Still need to do a lot of work with it.
Suited ace for Carlos.
Carlos with the big chip stack says, see, he doesn't want to get involved in that. It's just a small hand here. He can't just call.
He's going to let them go.
Nope.
Dear
Nick auto calls.
He's already in. There's nothing he can do.
It's time to be me. Wow.
I'll let them play it out and see what happens.
It was fun playing with you guys.
Guaranteed over 1,000 currently. Flop comes out. Gonna need some help. Need to run around
8, 9, 10.
Shape or form.
Yeah. Let's see. No.
That's it. Queens are gonna hold.
I'll watch you. Good luck, everybody.
Nice playing, Zach. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Zach.
See you out on Fremont soon.
I believe he is somewhere in the upper 20s in his final position. I believe it would be about $1,245.
Sounds about right. All right, cards in the air.
Everybody complete the hand on high card, please. Complete the hand on high card.
All right, if you heard that announcement, that means there's going to be a redraw after this hand.
Exactly. Ruben wakes up with pocket nines under the gun, which means he's the first to act after the blinds. I bet he'll probably put out about 310, 330,000 here. Raises that 360. I was right, pretty close. Roy with ace 7, 360,000 for him to call. Ooh, Ruben's not going to like this. Nick has pocket tens on the button in a super strong position here. I have a feeling Nick is going to re-raise him. Nick might be feeling that Ruben with the big stack has pushing an ace. I don't know if Nick can just simply smooth call here. I think he has to make sure it's known that he's the stronger, or at least make people believe he believes he's the stronger hand. 520,000 in this spot, and he does put the raise out. Nick all in 1.1 million.
Ruben has something to think about. What would Nick go all in with?
Especially being on the button. You know, you suspect a pair, and that maybe it's an ace. Of course, it's an ace.
Does he feel Nick would be in a position to steal with maybe not the cards?
Nick doesn't want to call, but he's gonna sit there very stoic, not give Ruben anything.
I would disagree. I think it was not an insta call, so it's not aces, kings, anything like that. So at this point, with the amount of time that Ruben has been thinking, I think Nick has to feel a little bit more confident that he doesn't have a monster. He's not walking into aces, right? So at this point, there's two choices: high cards, over cards, or a low pair. And he's up against a low pair. I think Nick would want the action on this hand.
Funny story, Amber. Thanks for sharing.
All right, he lets it go. Folds out the nines. Great fold.
Yeah, Nick takes that one down. What up, Adam D in Lakeville, Massachusetts?
The graphic went.
I know, sometimes it's hard to follow those graphics.
Yeah, and I was reading the chat. There's a call. Nines versus tens. Tens are still holding up. Queen, spade, flush. The nine
on the river.
The nine of spades gets there. A 4-card flush on the board. That's a bad beat. That's a bad beat, Nick. Well played. I just said earlier, you want to call, you want that action in that position. You got to earn those chips to win this tournament. Unfortunately.
Congratulations, though, Nick, over $1,200 for your showing. I wish we had you at the table a little longer. I think, as we just heard a moment ago,
we're going to be doing the redraw.
They're going to redraw this table, and we'll get the names of everybody that are going to be coming to the table for you.
Yeah, there's a chance we're going to see some of these people still.
Yeah. Blinds $40,000, $80,000, $80,000 ante. You can see the chip counts here at the feature table. So
okay, leave that here. Don't leave me now. All right, guys, if you have a card, go ahead and move. Table 19 is a future table, guys.
Hey, it's me, Evan. This is Griff. We're hanging with you. We've been having fun watching so far all this action at the 2022 Bar Poker Open National Championship live at the Golden Nugget Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. We've been hanging out all week watching some great poker. 1,400 entries. Made it down to 61 players today, vying for their share of $229,000 with $37,000 up front. Pretty cool prize pool. What do you think, Griff?
That's awesome. While we're taking a break from the feature table right now, while everybody's getting a redraw for seats, which most likely means we're probably down to 27 players.
That makes sense.
Would make perfect sense. So we're going to get some new faces, most likely here at the feature table. If you are watching from, again, wherever you are, if these are players in your league, we love having you on the stream. We hope you're here joining along and doing that one thing that I would always do is, man, I wish that was me. Man, I wish I was sitting at that table. And guess what? You can. You can. 2 steps to the championship. It's not that, it's not that difficult of a process, not that easy to do.
No.
Nothing's easy when you have to play poker because you might have to win something occasionally.
Right.
But you can get here.
You can definitely get here. So check out barpokeropen.com for all those details. Lots of ways you can win. You can check out the blog. Poker News is in the house with us today. Tyler's been hanging out. What an amazing blog. So go to Poker News. You'll find it right in the top right-hand corner of our blog there. If you're hanging out on the Eastern Poker Tour sites, Chris Sevick is in the house representing them as well. So, Griff, yesterday, you got to play our Joe versus Pro tournament, and it was a little different
Oh, boy.
format than normal. Usually it's a tournament. This year it was a cash structure.
It was a very interesting event. Let me
That's for
say
sure.
that. We are honored, to say the least, to have the group of people who have come out and support us. As the pros
Absolutely.
are super involved in the poker world, blogging, Twitch, TikTok. This is what they do. This is their entertainment. This is their job, and they brought their fun
They sure
to the
did.
Bar Poker Open, and we hope we brought them some fun as well.
I think we did. I think we did. We had Ebony Kenny. We had Drew Gonzalez.
Bet on Drew.
We had Poker Face Ash. Ashley was in the house as well.
That's right.
And we had Johnny Party.
John Party. He was sitting to my left while I was there. The guy's not afraid of any action at a cash table.
He's not afraid of any action, period. He is. You know, he won Big Brother Canada, by the way.
I've heard the rumor.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
He was that guy on the season, and rounding out our pros,
Joe Ingram. Chicago
Joey with I don't know how many million followers he has, but these guys and girls, they were so awesome to hang out with.
Yeah, and Joe and Ebony have been with us since the beginning of Bar Poker Open. We are honored to keep them and have them coming back. And I believe they like doing it because they keep coming back. Yeah. So after 12 championships with the Bar Poker Open, this being the 12th one, we've probably had, both Ebony and Joe at the majority of them, probably like 6 to 8 of them. And it's just, they bring a fun experience and knowledge about the game, but also an understanding of what we are as bar poker players. We are, it doesn't change our experience or our skill level, but we don't look at the game the same because most of our tournaments are 3 hours long, 2.5 hours long. Certain bars across the country, they run double headers. So they're, it's an hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours, and they do that twice a night. So every structure is a little bit different. So most of our players are just not accustomed to a 12-hour poker day.
That's crazy.
3 days of that, you know? So some of them are, and let me correct that. Some of them are very knowledgeable about that. So it's not, we have a blend of amateur poker players who do this as for fun, and a mix of people who do it more for a passion and a job.
And normally our Joes are winners from tournaments, but this year there was an owners tournament, which is a great way for all the owners of the different leagues to get together here. They sat I think it was 2 tables.
That's right.
2 tables of the owners got to play, and they won some prizes for their individual leagues, including a package to come back out to the championship as well. Want to give a big shout out to Melissa McCoy from Pikes Peak, and also Donnie Sunshine from the Sunshine Poker League, and as well as you from River Chasers.
Yes, myself. Jimmy Rivers rounded out the top 4 of the table. So the way that structure played out is we played a brief tournament, lasted a couple hours, and the final 4 of the owners tournament earned the honor to play as the Joes.
Sure.
And it was fun.
Check
out the stream if you'd like. It was a good time. Fun we had. We started it off with a shot round before everything, but hey, it's bar poker. That's what we do.
Cool. We're about to get back to action here, but if you're just checking in, this is the 2022, say that 10 times fast, 2022 Bar Poker Open U.S. National Championship. We're live at the Gold Nugget Resort and Casino here in downtown Las Vegas. 1 million players started this journey. 61 players made it through today. And $229,000 at stake. What else can we say? $37,000 for first place for free poker. There are payouts. You see them right there. First place, $37,115. Second place, $28,000 and change. Third place, $16,615. Fourth place, $11,060. Fifth place, $8,800. You see that?
All right, cards in the air for the new table. We'll get the names as they come along. We do have one familiar face from the previous, and that is still our only female player at the table right now. Carlin folds away. Billy with a king 8. Tommy folds his jack 7. We'll have a little info about Tommy coming up for you. I'll let you know his journey of being here at the Bar Poker Open World Championship. Martin sitting on just about 2.5 million. Folds away. All right. Pocket tens. Just under 1.5 million for Stefano. Blinds are 50,000, 100,000 with a 100,000 ante. So as the big blind, you are putting in 200,000 chips. So it's a $250,000 pot to start before any action. Action went pretty quick, folded around the table to the 240,000 raise. Martin makes the call with king, queen offsuit. We're going to the flop. Flop is 4 of clubs, ace of hearts, queen of spades. 2 overcards to the pair of tens. Might slow Stefano down, but I think we're going to see a little bit. They each have chips. Stefano 1.2 now, still in the stack. Martin 2.2. Martin checks around. Even with the queens, the ace is on the board. Free card going to the turn. And there's another king. Instant bet for Martin. Instant fold. It's a good turn. So I want to pop in for Tommy here. We're in the bright yellow and orange Sunshine Poker League out of California. Tommy was the winner of the Bar Poker Open Masters Tournament this year. Now, what's the Masters Tournament? It's a single event held prior to the championship for players who have earned multiple seats into the championship. So throughout the 7 months that we've played, Tommy went out, was able to win multiple seats. He used his first seat as his entry here into the tournament. And I'm going to get back to the hand here. I'll finish that story. Carlin with ace, king. Carlin raises up to 400,000. Couple folds. And folds. Stefano folds. Stefano coming from our Bar Poker Open online membership system, the pro members, qualified his way in by playing online. So to finish that story about Tommy, so all players across the country, players across the world that had multiple seats into the championship, use your first seat that you've won as your entry into the event. So you don't have to pay for your entry. All you got to do is take care of the dealer fee, which is across the world. You pay for your dealers, right? So you take care of the dealer fee, and then his extra seats got him into the Masters Tournament. The winner of the Masters Tournament, of all players across the country, it's a single prize. He skips 95% of the field and starts instantly in day 2. Guaranteed in the money. Guaranteed, I believe it was over $600. Tommy with ace
And like you
deuce.
say, that Tommy's all in.
So he is a very unique player, as he is the winner, the sole winner of the only Masters tournament we had this year. He chose to play day 1A and day 1B because he can always double bag and get more chips and get more prizes. And, best stack moves forward if you do double bag, and you get the bonus $1,500 cash on top of the prize. So there's a lot of incentive to do it. But he was guaranteed a seat into day 2, and he's literally unique. Nobody else in the tournament has it. So, and here he is at the feature table with under 30 players remaining.
Tommy goes by Napomo Surfer online.
Some of you who play online probably know him.
Exactly. He's from the Sunshine Poker League, obviously. You can see the SPL
Adjust our brightness
amazingly
on the screen there for a second.
designed shirt, right? Maddie gets out of the way. Tommy does.
Calls tens.
Oh, boy.
Ed calls with tens. Ace deuce for Tommy. He's gonna need some help here.
Mike Glaze is hoping Ed gets knocked out. He knocked him out earlier.
7.
Couple hearts.
Needed some hearts.
Runner, maybe.
Needs to find an ace.
Ace and ace only.
Good luck, Tommy. Good luck, Ed.
And he hits the ace on the river.
I don't know if that's how he won the Masters tournament,
No.
but
Tommy now
he survives.
885,000 extra chips. You're wondering who's now at the table? Stefano Berrio from BPO.com, like you just mentioned a moment ago, Griff. Maddie Eaton, we've been watching her all afternoon from Aces Cracked Poker. Carlin Soto from the New York Free Poker in seat number 4. Billy Hayes, No Limit Pub Poker, seat number 5. Tommy Nefsey in seat number 6. Marty Bender from the Sunshine Poker League in seat number 7. And Ed Lockwood from Contenders in seat number 8. It's Contenders with a K. Check us out at barpokeropen.com. You can find out where the poker leagues are and what poker leagues you can join if you want to get involved. Check out the blog, pokernews.com. Lots of fun there.
David, I'm reading your chat right now. You are correct, and I want to make that comment. Tommy, our surfer here, also won the online championship in 2020. So he is no stranger to winning nice prizes.
Correct.
All right. Ladies and gentle people of the universe, I'm going to be signing off here, passing my headset off to another, let me say, I'm getting more updates as we talk. But I will be checking out right now. My name is Andrew Griffith, Bar Poker Open, River Chasers Entertainment. Thank you all for watching, and I may be back later to continue on with the feature stream. Have a great day.
All right, we're here at the 2020-22 Bar Poker Open National Championship in Las Vegas at the Golden Nugget. We were watching the feature table, about 27 players left in the tournament. 61 players started today, $37,000 up front for first place.
I got brand new deck. Those are oily and sticky. Apologies. That's right. You got 3 cards too? First one was all
All right, if you're just checking in, you are watching the 2022 Bar Poker Open Championship. My name is Evan Myers. Andrew Griffith just stepped out. I'm going to take a little break myself. Ebony Kenny is going to take over and lead for a little while. I love Ebony. I can't wait. And we'll turn over the ranks to her right now.
What is up, everyone? Ebony Kenny here, taking over for Evan and Griff, and I am joined by Carl Pipitone, who's coming in. We're getting mic'd up. We got some adjustments. So we're going to get settled in here, y'all. We're going to let you watch the stacking of the chips while we get settled in, and then we're gonna come in here and give you some more good ass commentary. You ready to come in? All right. We are officially in the booth, and I am joined by Carl from No Limit Pub Poker. Hello, Carl.
Hello, Ebony. Hello, everyone out there tuning in.
This is my first time in the booth this year, and it feels nice. I'm happy to be back. It's very nostalgic for me. This is my home away from home, basically.
My first time, or maybe second time here, and I'm excited to be here commentating and also cheering on. I guess I get to be a little bit biased. I hope and cheer on my one player here at this feature table.
So which player do you have?
Wow, look at this hand already developing. Billy Hayes is in the hand right now. He's got King Queen against Carlin's King 10. Oh, wow. Look what we jumped into.
Yeah, this is great. So Billy just checked out of the big blind. Martin did limp. So we are going to see a bit of fireworks here because Carlin and Billy both flop top pair. So
Yep, and Billy came out betting 225,000. Let's see what Carlin's going to do. Is he going to do pot control or ship it? Oh, it's it all in.
Oh, so Carlin. So Ox is Carlin. He check raised and Billy jammed and Ox did call. So
let's go. And there it is, Billy Hayes.
you know what's crazy is he was down to, I want to say, like 1 or 2 big blinds when we were down to about 30 players. Because I was watching and I saw him get it all in, ace queen to ace king. He couldn't hit, and he was left with literally crumbs, like 1 or 2 big blinds, and then has just I think he got ace king, like 2 hands in a row, and then just built up some momentum. And now look at him.
It's unbelievable. It's shipping a chair.
Yeah.
I've said it to a few of my players. You never know. Even if you have 1 big blind, if you win a hand with a big blind, typically you go from 1 big blind right to 6 or 7 because you win the big blind ante, the small blind. 2 people always call you, check it down.
Yeah.
So you end up getting to 6x. And then you win 1 more big blind 3-way and you're up to 18. So it's pretty easy to go from 1 to 18 bigs, but this is unbelievable. He went
I like how you said it's pretty easy to go from 1 to 18 big blinds. Whoa. Don't you lie to the nice folks at home.
Maybe not that easy.
It's possible. And it's not easy, but it's I think it's one of the things that, like, I'm a short stack ninja, so one of the things that I do is, like, I never discount my chip stack, right? Like, I'm always gonna, like, do what I can to keep myself alive, and so I love it. And I guess, like, saying it's easy is like, well, yeah,
I stand corrected. Not easy, but attainable. More attainable than people think.
Yes, I think people just, like, they're just like, oh, I'm down to 2-3 big blinds, it's over, and it's like, it's just not. It just never is. Like, the one thing, I don't know if you remember last year, the main event, the guy who got second in the main event, I can't remember his name, but he was down to 1.5 big blinds when they were down to, like, 18 players. And he came back and got second place in the main and, like, was battling for first, like, got the chip lead at one point. Heads up. Like, hello.
Huge money and huge bragging rights.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And we try to preach it. And I think a lot of bar poker, that's even me as a bar poker owner and bar poker players, I tell sometimes even pros and semi-pros, you play in the bar poker league long enough, you see how they play. That's one of the big things I think they have almost an advantage of. They're really good at, I call it micro stack poker theory. Yeah. I don't know if anyone's ever written a chapter on that, but it's micro stack poker, and they play with 1 or 2 big blinds sometimes, and they come back and, it's chip in a chair cliche, but when you play short stack turbos, you kind of get a little better at it.
I've never heard this micro stack poker, but I'm here for. I think if anyone was going to write anything on it, I think I could contribute to it because I play a lot online and I stream, and I am a hyper specialist, a short stack ninja. So I'm here for all of this. The amount
Love
of
it.
times I've actually come back and won several tournaments with under a big blind. Obviously, it's like run good at that point, right? Like you have to run good to win your all in, your blind hand all in. But yeah,
Exactly. That's the hardest part is winning that first hand.
Yeah.
Three-way. The first two, three-way. That's the hardest part.
yeah.
So here, Carlin had pocket jacks, but he had no action. He took the pot down with pocket jacks. And they told me that Billy was down to 70,000, whatever that was at that point. I think the blinds were,
Oh, they were
they
like
said 70,000 chips is what he had.
yeah. So I think the blinds were at 80K or something. So he had under a big
Under
blind.
a big blind.
Yeah, and now he's got what are the blinds? Are the blinds 100 right now?
I believe so.
Now he's got
3.2 million.
32 big blinds. What? 32. Good job, Billy Hayes. Like, how does that feel for you? This is
That was awesome.
This is why you jumped in the booth. You wanted to give him some run good. I know.
I might have snuck in there a little bit for that. And Billy Hayes also, he just won our main event, 250 player main event. He's only the second person in the history of our 17-year company to win 2 main events. And that's not an easy task.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
We've only had 51. We've had 51, 55 main events, and he's won 2 of them.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good. No, that's not pretty good. That's really good. So I am going to I'm going to make sure that we call Carlin. He introduced himself to me as Ox. I've interviewed him a couple times. So the guy in seat 4, this is Ox right here in this New York hat. And he's got, I think he's holding it in his hand. He's got an amethyst crystal. He was showing me like all of his
that's
crystals.
him? I saw I'm a crystal guy too. I love
Me
it.
too. Oh my
Love
goodness.
it.
Yeah. So we
The
were
purple, right? Purple?
Yeah. Oh, we got Tommy is all in with King Jack offsuit from the small blind.
Oh, look at this. Another huge hand developing. King Jack, 9s and deuces.
Yeah, so Billy is raising the button with 9s.
Let's see what Billy does. This is a tough situation for Billy. It's a 1.5. It's half Billy's stack.
Well, right now it's action is on Martin with deuces in the big blind,
That's
and
an
he's
easy
going to
fold.
fold. But now action gets back to Billy. I think Billy might
might
jam
fold
here.
this.
No, I don't think you can fold.
Tommy's already all in for 1.5. It's
Yeah,
half his
you
stack.
can't fold. Then he's calling.
This is Billy's range. This is why Billy's a great player. Let's see what he does.
He folded?
He folded. Yeah.
Oh,
This is Billy's
no.
game. Billy doubled up with 4-6.
No,
on a straight.
listen.
You want
I'm
him to play
sorry.
this?
9s, it folded around to the button. The button has 9, like you have 9s. If you're raised folding 9s here, you have to raise fold every hand. You basically can just hand Tommy your chips and say, here, buddy, you don't even need cards to get chips from me. Like, no way. I think you have to call here. This is.
Well, he's been playing with Tommy, and Tommy also, I think Tommy won the online championship, I think I heard.
Yeah, Tommy's a crusher,
And Billy kind of knows that. So when Billy raises and Tommy re-raises, and Billy knows that Tommy knows his reps. So it's kinda,
you're going to have to, I don't care about your reputation at this point. I have pocket 9s on the button. I'm not folding. And you could even see, like, Tommy jammed with King Jack offsuit. It's like, it's not like Tommy's a very tight player. Tommy's a capable player. So you have to realize that, like, they can be jamming
right, with
a
sevens.
little lighter,
Yeah, he can be jamming with 7s. There's no question.
I mean, he's going to jam with a lot of pairs. You saw Marty in the big blind tank with deuces. So 9s feels like aces at that point. You're going to have to kill me to get those 9s out of my hand at that point. Be like, yeah, you got it.
Well, hopefully Billy makes a lot of his own ninja moves, because Billy's a little bit of a ninja. If you watch his game, hopefully we get a chance to watch some of his versatility, but he'll make moves with Queen 10, 7, 8, and then he'll fold 9s, and he just always seems to do it right.
Yeah.
I commentated his final table at the main event in Florida. I just couldn't believe it. It's almost like it's almost if he can see your hand. And he doesn't like racing. I will give him that, though, because he was ahead there, right? Yeah, he was King
Yes.
Jack. So he's at 52-48. Is that what that is? 9 versus King Jack?
Yeah, the 9s are ahead, and yeah.
He doesn't like the coin flips once he gets that chip lead.
Yeah, but I bet he would call there with ace king. That's still a coin flip
He would
against
call
a lot
ace
of
king.
hands, If he had ace king instead of 9s, and let's say Tommy was jamming with the 9s and Billy had the ace king, he would call there. So it's like you have to think about it. It's like, yeah, you're willing to take coin flips, and 9s, ace king's not a made hand, but he'd be willing to, I'm sure he's not going to fold there.
Yeah, probably not with ace king, because he's thinking he might be way ahead. I think he just was so confident that he did not have a lower pocket pair. He had
Yeah.
at least 2 overs or an over pair. He was just sure. So it'll be interesting to see if it comes up in a similar situation.
So I think Marty raised the jack. It looked like a jack deuce offsuit, and Ed folded jack 10 offsuit in the big blind.
So do you know any other players here at this final table? Anyone won before?
I don't think so. First of all, I love that you just gave me so much faith in my memory. I've been, for those of you who don't know, I hosted the very first Bar Poker Open way back in 2014 at the Borgata. And I have been here for a while, but I haven't been here any while, right? So it's been 3 years since I've hosted.
Right, since before COVID.
Yeah, since pre-COVID. So this is my first BPO after lockdown and everything. It feels nice to be welcomed back into society. And it's like I've interviewed so many people and talked to so many great people and had so many great experiences. And I remember faces, but I can't pinpoint where I remember them from.
And you see a lot of faces. I know you do a lot of different
Yeah.
commentaries for different organizations.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different faces coming and going. It's like, funny story, I talked to Kurt. Kurt's running the floor here, and I said, Kurt, I don't know if you remember this hand. It's like 7 or 8 years ago, but you railed me to WSOP main event 7 years back. It was a pretty memorable rail because I tabled my hand and said, rail me, call the floor. I literally told the dealer to call the floor and rail me. At least I made the other guy fold. I didn't want to get involved. The pot was already big. But of course, he looked at me like, yeah, I've said that happened to me 9,000 times. I don't remember you at all.
So Tommy has raised here on the cutoff, and Ed just folded pocket eights in the small blind. I don't love this fold. You have what are the blinds? 5,100. Yeah, you've got 10 big blinds in the small blind, and you're 6-handed. Let me see. Are we 6 or 7-handed? Yeah, I do believe we're 6-handed. 1, 2. Hold on. Oh, I guess we're 7-handed. My math is fun, y'all, when you haven't had all your coffee.
So I missed it. He folded pocket eights?
Yeah, he tank folded.
It's a different spot there. It wasn't a raise. It wasn't a raise re-raise. It was just an open raise to 400,000. It could be
Mm-hmm.
Could be deuces. Could be ace jack.
100K. So Tommy did 4 exit pre, which is pretty aggressive, but I'm
on the cutoff.
Yeah, I'm getting it in there. You got eights. Pairs are so valuable at this point, and there's not. And I saw somebody in the chat comment about ICM. There's actually not too much ICM at this point because the payouts are pretty flat, so they're all guaranteed around the same amount of money in the next few spots. And so when you're under 10 big blinds at this point, yeah, average stack is around 15 big blinds. So that is something to consider, right? So 10 big blinds in this structure isn't a normal 10 big blind stack. It's almost like having 20 bigs. But I just think when you are look, here we are, we're 7-handed, getting pairs, especially middling and decent pocket pairs. I could understand folding deuces, trays, even 4s maybe. But folding 8s and 9s at this spot like this, when you have 8, 9, 10 big blinds, it's what are you waiting for?
Unless it's a raise, re-raise in front of you, it doesn't make sense. I'm actually shocked he didn't jam it. I'm agreeing with Ebony 100% on that one. No debate. That's supposed to be an automatic ship, a quick ship, a quick intimidating.
I'm not
shove.
I know that Tommy 4x'd it, so I'm not the most excited, but I'm definitely okay, all right, eights, do me some love, give me some love, This
is my moment. This is my flip or better, hopefully. Tommy's getting mad respect. So Tommy's already got pocket 9s and pocket 8s to fold, and we've only been here for 5 hands.
Yeah, I wish I was at this table so I could disrespect him because I'm not giving him my cards would not allow me to let this respect be happening.
And we unfortunately didn't get to see his hand. We didn't get to see the whole.
I know
cards.
he's doing that on purpose. He's like, you know what?
He hid them from
y'all
us.
don't get any information. It's fine.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Here's a hand.
Oh, okay. I was like, who folded East Queen? But it's Marty. Okay.
Let's see what Marty's
So Marty
gonna
has
do here.
announced a raise. So Ed folded. He must have announced. Okay, so Marty makes it 350.
Let's see.
You can see the frustration a little bit on Ed's face as he's folding. It's like he's starting to get. It looks to me that
Look
I
at
can
it.
kind of like he's a little annoyed. And
I don't know why. He's got enough chips to sit there for a little while.
seems that the Sunshine Poker League people are the only people talking. Yeah, this is honestly one of the things that I want everybody that's watching at home, that I want you all to remember, is that this is high pressure situation, right? So people are going to tighten up a little bit. And if you're a player like Tommy and you recognize that people are going to tighten up because they're a little afraid and they're a little intimidated, yeah, you can raise and you get to just accumulate a lot of chips. So the fact that like Tommy's getting these folds from 9s and 8s, like he's got to recognize that and he's going to put the pressure on. So I have a feeling that we're going to see a lot of raises from Tommy over the next couple orbits. It's going to be fun.
I agree. And Billy normally takes that position, but he's not here. And I guess part of it's because of that one hand against Tommy that he got kind of shut down.
All right, so we got 62 of you beautiful humans watching us right now on the Facebook stream. Where are you all watching from? Hi, Sue. Oh my God, Sunshine Sue. Yes, of course. Hi, how are you, beautiful? Oh my goodness, I love giving nicknames to people.
Sunshine Sue?
Yeah, she made the final table.
Oh, yeah, I think I remember.
I remember this. Yes,
That was not the last one, but the one before that, right?
2017.
Oh,
This was a
way
bit
back.
ago. Yeah.
The first ones.
Nicole watching from Austin, my hometown. Let's go. Well, my current, I live there. My original hometown is not Austin, but I am. Yeah. Yes, dealers have been amazing. How do you say? Sinking Springs, Pennsylvania, Vanderburgh, California, the Bronx, Rhode Island, Gilbert, Arizona, Santa Monica, Santa Maria.
Sue Kennedy, former third place BPO Vegas finisher, right?
Yeah,
there.
that's Sunshine Sue, West Palm
Oh,
Beach.
You're talking about, I thought you meant California Sunshine. That's my, yeah, that's, yeah, of course. Sue Kennedy. I'm sorry.
West Palm, Bakersfield, Michigan's Upper Peninsula.
Yeah, Sue and Steve are normally here every year. I think this is the first year they're not here.
Yeah.
They couldn't make it out this year.
All right, we got Long Island, Lompoc, California. We got a little bit of everything.
Jen Payton Atkinson out there too. Hey, Jen. Jen and Sue both finished third place in this BPO Vegas. Jen,
She's coming for you.
Yeah, they're coming after me already. Jen, you haven't been out here. All we've been talking about for 4 days is that there's actually been a debate out here this whole time because, Sunshine Poker League is from California, but we're Sunshine State, Florida. So we've had this debate all week. Every time we hear Sunshine, I think of Tommy with his logo right there.
I always wonder how Florida got called the Sunshine State when it rains so much. I'm from Florida, so I know it rains. I think it rains 60% of the days or some absurd. And granted, it rains every day at 3:00 during the summer. It'll rain for an hour, and then it's a complete rainstorm, and then the sun is just out and shining, by 5:00. It's so lovely. But for people who are not from Florida, that rain catches them. They're like, what is happening?
Yeah, it took me a year to adjust when I moved from New York to Florida, to adjust that every single day.
Yeah.
Right? So they shipping up here. What's Tommy doing?
I think Tommy is...
It looks like they might... Oh, those are his blinds. Okay, I thought they were chipping up some of his blinds there. So he's posting his blinds. Tommy's in the big blind.
His big blind and his ante, which I love. How do you feel about the big blind ante format?
I love the big blind ante, except for when it gets when they get final 6. I'm not a huge fan. I wish they'd almost make an adjustment final 5-handed because it gets a little crazy. You're hitting the big blind every 4 hands, every 3 hands.
Yeah, I know. Heads up, they quit the big blind ante, so that's good. So
Ed
does raise here. He opens to 375 with King Jack of Hearts, which is such a beautiful hand.
Yeah, especially here 7-handed. especially for Ed, who hasn't seen a hand this entire time.
Well, that's a lie. He saw eights. He pretended he hasn't seen a
that's
hand
right,
this
that's
entire time. That's a big pickup for Ed, who was actually down to about 800,000, so about 8 big blinds. So he actually just picks up 2.5 big blinds there, which is a nice increase, a pretty substantial increase to his stack, about a 25% increase.
That's probably why Tommy's upset, is because he's still thinking about those eights. It's got to be rattling him in his mind a little bit.
Wait, what aces? What I missed?
No, the eights.
Oh, the eights. I think you said aces.
Right.
I was like, what?
Yeah, he's probably beating himself up because he was in bad position with those eights too. So he probably folded only because he was afraid someone else would wake up. And when Tommy just stole the blinds there, he probably was upset that he didn't just ship it like we were suggesting.
Yeah.
Like you said, with all that pressure and all that money, it's hard when you're in bad position.
Yeah.
You're always afraid of what's out there.
Yeah. Hey, Ed, if you're listening, this is Ebony and Carl from the past, and we've come to tell you to play more aggressive in the future. And he gets King Jack of Hearts again.
Wow,
what's he going to do
back.
here?
Under the gun. That is unusual. Under the gun, under the knife with the same exact hand.
And it looks like there's been some action at a turn. So
he's going to fold it.
Oh.
He is too superstitious of a player.
Oh. All right. I'll be right back. I'm going to go give that a little pep talk now.
He's in his own head for sure.
Yeah.
I would take that as a good omen, not a, right? You raise even maybe higher. And when you raise back-to-back, people give you mad respect. Am I wrong on that? When you raise back-to-back under the gun?
I think the thing is like, honestly, like he just has to play his hand. He can't play afraid. And this is why tournament poker is so fun, because people get in their own head a lot of the times. And if you're a player who can recognize that, you just get to maximize, yes, absolutely, and take advantage.
Here's Martin now making a raise.
So Tommy has limped. He completed the big blind from the small blind, and Marty does have an ace in the big blind. So Marty's pretty capable. I'm really liking what I'm seeing from Marty so far. He seems like a pretty good player. He is obviously going to take this down.
Yep.
But yeah, I this is why it's so important to recognize, like when you've played your game, it's gotten you to this point, right? And when you start to deviate from that, and you let fear be the arbiter of your decision making, then you're literally deviating completely from what got you here. And so you're not giving yourself the best chance to play good poker and the best chance to win. And you can't look at these. These are the chip counts. Marty's got 27% of the chips in play on this table. He's chipped up nicely. Stefanos is down to 7 big blinds. And so we got Maddie and Steffi in with both with 7 big blinds.
Yeah, they're gonna have to make a move here. Not right now, but pretty soon. If they have a decent ace or a decent king, they're gonna have to ship it. Yeah, I agree. I mean, we love these cliches in poker, but it's true. Fear, scared money don't make money. It's a cliche. You can't overplay it, but it's definitely an important principle.
They say that for a reson. Stefano, and we were just talking about how he needs to get a hand, and then he gets queens, which is one of my black queens. Let's go.
Wow.
He's got to be pumped to see this. I wonder if he's just going to raise or if he's going to jam. I'd like a min raise here with a hand like this.
Me too. I was thinking the same thing. Just min raise. You're not going to get this chance against Stefano, and you may not get a call. You haven't played a hand. You raise here. You probably, if he ships it, he's not going to get called unless someone has an ace king or a super premium or a pair.
So he does jam, which is totally fine. I just think on this table, everyone's playing so tight. When you got a hand like queens, which is a top, it's one of the best 3 hands. It's so good. Oh, has somebody asked for a count? Oh, Marty has asked for a count.
Wow.
See, Marty's not going to fold these eights. These eights here.
So now Stefano looks like now it's a good move. He made them. He jammed. And someone did wake up with a premium hand. That's what he wanted. If Stefano makes this fold, that's going to be another incredible fold for that short stack.
Oh, if Marty makes the fold,
this.
Stefano's already in. Maybe, the thing is, too, what could be going through Marty's head is how tight Stefano's been playing, and now for him to jam, he kind of has to know.
Even short stacked, it does,
And this is like a hyper, everyone that's watching at home. So, you think you see this and you're just like, oh, 7.5 big blinds. This is an easy call with pocket eights. but it is a turbo. I can't believe Marty makes a fold.
Wow.
This is an amazing fold by Marty, and we can say that because we can see the cards.
Yes, it's easier from us. Well, look, I have to say the level of play in bar poker has significantly increased. I don't know if it's the BPO that's done it, but to see players, these were not just like totally scared folds. These were reads. This is paying attention to your players, what they're doing, the moves that they're making, and when they're making them. And of the 3 folds we've seen, the 8s, the 9s, and the 8s, the only one I personally didn't like. I know we debated the first one, but the only one I didn't like was the 8s.
The first pair of 8s.
The first pair of 8s, yeah, because the guy just opened raised under the gun. It could be anything. It was just a raise. It wasn't an all-in. It was just a raise. He had the opportunity to truly pop.
And the raise was from the cutoff, so not even under the gun. So it's like his opening range there is a lot wider than an under the gun raise. So yeah, I just have to get an 8s there. But yeah, I thought this 8s, I think, like, kudos to Marty, honestly, because I think this speaks to his perception and awareness of his table mates, and also understanding, he's a chip lead at this table, and the value of preserving your stack at this point when the average chip stack is 15 big blinds. So calling for a 7 big blind shove when again somebody who's been so tight.
Yeah, so tight. The Billy should make it at least 3x here. If I know my Billy, he's gonna make it 350. Hopefully, let's see. 225. He's gonna invite somebody into this.
I like this size. There's no need to raise so big because they're so short. So if you have to raise fold, and if you like 3x here, you have to raise fold 20% of your stack. That's so painful. I like these because it's gonna get it done. People are playing very tight here.
They are playing super tight. The only thing I've debated, I actually had a really big debate with Joe Cotta and Ryan Reese. I played a sit and go with them once. I had the luxury of doing that by chance. And we had a debate about big, me as a tournament, running tournaments so much, not so much as on the player side. But I don't like min raises only because, yes, it's very effective against everyone else except the big blind. But the big blind tends to call you with a min raise a lot of the times with, hands. It's almost impossible to know where they're at and what they're sitting on.
I think that's what's so great about it, because you invite the big blind player to play with any 2 cards, and like a lot of time, like, their range is so wide and they don't know how to play. A lot of times they don't know how to play out of position post flop in a raised pot. They can play in a limp pot, but I think that's the thing, is like you're just getting so much value from players who have a difficult time playing from out of the big blind. Look at this. Billy wakes up with ace king here.
Yeah, this is glorified. This is great for Billy because he just raised last time. Now he's going to have the opportunity to raise back to back. And I do want to get back to that conversation though, because it's a big debate I had with Ryan that day too, and it was a fun conversation.
Yeah, the thing about as we see Billy open to 400,000. And so he does 4x it, which, see, this is the thing, is like,
this is going to be a huge hand.
When you 4x it with your best hands, and then you're 2xing it with your mediocre hands, people know this. They can see this. Stefano's all in, and this is just a cooler situation. Ace Jack of clubs versus Ace King offsuit.
Oh boy, am I allowed to be biased?
I mean, I don't hide my biases, so I don't see why you should.
Please.
Mike, we don't know how many players left.
Jack's been a nemesis.
We're gonna find out here.
Just king in the window, so there's no drama.
There's
there it is.
Jack.
I told you. Jack's been our nemesis all. Jack's.
So Billy's got to hit a king or a 10.
King or a 10. Nope.
And king or a 10 only, and that's not going to do it.
Wow, that's a
Stefano gets the double up. You knew it. You're like, Jack's been a nemesis. Boom, there it is.
Yep. There's a certain superstitious aura about how the cards play sometimes, and I've been telling my players, be careful with the jacks and be careful with the 8s, because they've just been our nemesis this year. And ironically, we've seen 2 pocket 8s in this particular final table. Luckily, Billy wasn't involved in either one of those. Wow, brutal. And I guess the only good news here is that Stefano didn't double up against Martin's 8s and take even more chips from Billy there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, getting back to what you said, yeah, I mean, I agree. Like the 225 and the 400 players will eventually pick up on that, and that's why I like just going with 400. Again, bar poker a little bit more so than regular, than a professional tournament. I like to bet a little bit higher in a bar poker because people are a little bit more looser sometimes. Although this table is not playing that way.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's exactly why if a player's super loose, right? Like if they're gonna call, they're gonna call regardless. So if you're inflating a pot with a hand that's not made, like I'll size up for my 3 bets and stuff because players are looser. But if a player's gonna continue, right? Like you can just min raise and then you just get to like take it down on the flop so often because they're defending so wide, so they're gonna whiff a lot, and you get to just like c-bet and just put the pressure on, and it's good. And like a min raise, or a 2.5x is going to get the same thing done as a 400K open, because if they have a big hand, like we saw Stefano here, Billy did open to 4x, and like a hand that jams, that's going to get it in, it's going to get it in regardless of the open size. So if you have a hand that you're not going to call to a jam, you can just raise fold. You want to maintain your stack a little bit. So Stefano does get ace-10 here on the button.
Yep, Stefano's running hot now. Queens, ace-jack that should have lost, and now an ace-10. Did Maddie just go all in here? Oh, no, yes.
Yes,
She hasn't seen a hand the whole
she's got
time.
5 bigs. This is
Yep.
I like this play.
Yeah, and the big blind's coming around to her, too, so
Yeah.
she had to make a move. She was just forced. Her hand was forced.
Yeah, I like this. I'm showing my bias here. I'm rooting for the woman always. Good luck, Maddie. Queen Jack offsuit versus ace-10 offsuit. She's slightly behind, but queen for the queen. Give it to her.
Yep. She'll probably get it, but I think Stefano might outdraw her anyway.
Oh,
Wow.
well, the dealer's slow rolling us,
struggling.
but the graphics are not slow rolling us. Maddie hits a jack, and we
jack
want her to
again.
hold here for this double up.
10 doesn't matter. That actually helps her. That actually helped her.
And she gets the double up. Let's go, Maddie.
So chips are moving. This is another phenomenon. I don't know if it happens in the regular tournaments as much as it happens in bar poker, but it just seems like the short stacks who play, like we talked about earlier, short stack ninjas. They play like short stack ninjas. They get down to 2 or 3 bigs, or 2 or 3, or I should say orbitals. She only had 2 orbitals there with 500,000 chips.
No, she had 6 big blinds, so she's got she had just posted the big blind, so she was going to be the button. She's the button next hand, so she gets a few free hands. So she had like 2.5 orbits.
2.5 orbits.
Yeah, so she was fine like at this point. But yeah, when you see 2 paint cards and that's the best that you've seen all day long, this is a fist pump get in, and yeah, you're just like, yep, okay, we're doing this.
A second ago, it looked like Stefano and Maddie were facing elimination, and now they're back in action.
Yeah, which I mean, who would have seen this coming? That Stefano doubles up, and then has enough chips to double up Maddie and still be okay.
Yep. Oh, we have another big. Let's see what happens here.
Tom says, I think they are waiting too long to get their chips in the pot. They are tossing the same hands when they have more chips. What do you mean they are tossing the same hands? I want to engage in here, and I want to talk about this, Tom. I'm a little confused what you mean with the last sentence, because I agree with you. I do think they're playing a little slightly too
You
tight.
might have been talking about the one hand where Tom folded the king. I thought it was a while ago. The king jack back to back.
Yeah.
Like, why are you raising it and then you win the pot? Now you're folding it
With more chips now. Yeah,
more chips.
it's a good hand.
He was under the gun.
So Tommy makes the call with Jack 8 of diamonds from the big blind when Ed has opened. See, this is what's interesting. So Ed opens here with Queen 10 offsuit, but he was folding King Jack suited.
Yep. What position was he in here with the Queen 10?
He's under the gun 1 or the hijack basically.
Ooh, that's a good flop for Tommy. Did Tommy just jam?
He did just jam. Wow.
Wow. We see Tommy's play here.
He jams with a gutter and a backdoor flush draw, and he takes it down.
I can tell you right, Tommy and Billy have a similar game. It's another cliche, another poker cliche though. That's like so many things takes a lifetime to master. How do you really use the cliche? But that's make the move, not the call. I mean, these guys fold pocket eights, but they make moves with gut shots. But that's a great move because the board's 7-7-9, and unless was it Tommy here? No, that's
Ed.
Unless
Yeah.
unless he has pocket queens or better, he can't call. I don't think he can call.
So the delay on the live feed is about 30 minutes for those of you just tuning in. And also, my name is Ebony Kenny, and I am the host of the Bar Poker Open this year for 2022. I'm back again for what feels like the 1000th time, and I'm so happy. And I say that with like so much love, joy, and gratitude because I'm so happy to be back. And I am joined by Carl. Hold on. It starts with a P.
Yep, you're getting there.
Pinatoni.
That's
No.
close.
No.
Should I help you or not?
No.
Should I give you some hints?
Panettone.
Salt
No,
and,
that's
salt
bread.
and blank in the house. We're getting close.
Oh, what? Oh, pepper? Pepperoni. Peppertone.
There it is.
Yes, we're with Carl Peppertone.
We got it.
From No Limit Pub Poker.
Look at
Oh my
this.
gosh.
Oh,
Maddie is
geez.
all in with King Queen
And this is part of running
offsuit.
good. This is going to be the moment for Billy right
And
here.
Billy's got aces.
Is he going to be hot or not?
And he makes
He's
the
hot. This is a
call.
good spot for him. If he just has to hold, he gets all his chips back.
Okay,
Exactly what he lost, he
I'm
gets
rooting.
back.
I'm rooting for Maddie here. I'm rooting for Maddie. I don't know. I try not to root for bad beats, but
I'm sorry, I'm rooting for Billy. This is where the broadcasting booth is literally
we're
rooting against
split.
each other.
Yeah. Let's go, Maddie. Let's go.
This is like a Rangers Devils home. If you live in New York, you know what I'm talking about. This is Rangers versus Devils, and the home it's a divided home. or the Warriors versus the Lakers, and they're divided at the home front.
Oh,
We're gonna
that's
ship
it.
here. I have to stand up for a moment. I just have to.
GG, Maddie.
That's huge.
Maddie is out. We're not sure what place she's out in because we don't have
Sorry, Maddie,
the amount of
I'm rooting
players.
for the ladies too, because this is the.
Are you? It didn't feel like you were rooting for the ladies in
only
the
because she's
in
up
that hand.
against.
Yeah,
Don't
don't lie to me. Right to my face. I'm rooting for the ladies too. He says after the lady, after he literally rooted against her. We'll wait to see how many players are left, and we'll give you all an update.
Wow, so we have 2 New York free poker players at this table now.
I got it.
Thank you.
So yeah, this year was the ladies of No Limit, and unfortunately, none of our ladies are left. But we had 3 ladies make it to actually 4. We had 4 ladies make it to day 2, which is really awesome. A female won our main event, Jackie Garber, back in Florida. We had 2 females win the tag team tournament. Was Barbara Nutt and her daughter, and Robin Glover won event number 22. So I was hoping we'd see a lady from No Limit at this final table.
Yeah. So what's exciting, actually, Glenn doesn't know this yet, but we were talking about. I was talking yesterday to Caleb, who is everything behind the scenes, doing all the camera work, and shout out to Caleb and Cassidy doing an exceptional job that have been working with me for the past couple days. But I was talking to them yesterday about how the people who qualify on barpokeropen.com, the people who qualify on the platform, don't really have a team. So Glenn doesn't know it yet, but I want to make that my team. And even though I know the owners can't play, I still want to play. So I'm not going to be an owner. I'm just going to be kind of like the cheerleader. But my goal is I'm going to qualify next year, and I'm going to play this. I'm going to play this bad boy.
Oh, nice.
And it'll be super fun to watch
Is
because
Glenn aware of this yet?
No, not yet.
Oh. You kind of snuck it out there in a live broadcast.
Well, we've been talking about it for years. About how I can play, what leagues I can join, and this and that. But now, over the past few years, since the pandemic, they've made it so you can qualify online. Yeah.
But you're from
so if you wanna
Florida.
play, but I live in Austin.
Oh, okay. We'll open up bars in Austin.
Yeah. No. Contenders is got some stuff in Austin. But I can play online and I can stream it and I can do all that good stuff. So I really want to qualify, and I'm just gonna put this out here now that I see myself winning this event in the next 5 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a bold statement.
Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, so that way we can get these ladies on the table, and I'll start like a little ladies only.
Well, you have a little bit of an advantage. I mean, you are Ebony. So people will fold to you sometimes. I mean, I'll never forget the story. Someone folded to my wife with a straight, no, not folded, didn't raise with a straight flush. I think last act.
Oh my
I
god!
literally got railed for it, or got a rail warning. And I'm like, how are you not betting a straight flush? And I'm like, sometimes you get that little advantage when you create a relationship on the table.
For sure. There's definitely something to be said about that. And I think the thing is though too is that like, so the advantages I would have, honestly, when I'm hosting and stuff, I'd still have to get away from the table and go do interviews and stuff. So it's almost like it's kind of
negated. Try to do both?
Yeah.
Oh, then that's definitely a balance. Of course.
So because I'll be away from the table for some hands, I'll be tired because I'll be still interviewing and giving a lot of energy. So I think it'll balance itself out. Yeah.
That offsets. Yeah, you can walk, like as we speak, I'm getting blinded out of the 1 o'clock.
So Adam's got king queen offsuit under the gun 1.
You can't for Adam. Oh, so we lost Carlin. I guess I missed that one. Carlin Soto.
He got moved actually.
They moved him. I was wondering.
Yeah, he got moved earlier, and now Adam is in here, and we don't know where Adam's from. Do you know where Adam's from?
Nope.
You should know everything.
I should. Tommy's got a good hand here too. Let's see. Adam only called with king queen. Interesting. Wow. So Adam comes to the table. Maybe that's why he just got here, and he just flat calls with king queen. A huge hand, really.
Yeah, and Tommy limps with queen 10 suited. I don't blame him. I like this. I actually really love this from Tommy. Once you have an early limp, there's just no, you can also limp. It's fine.
Yep, let's just see the flop here.
So
But if the queen comes, Tommy could be in danger.
Yeah, they're going to go 3 ways to the flop, and this is a very, very good flop for Tommy.
Yeah.
Adam flops a gut shot. Tommy flops an open ender.
It's really good. Oh, and Stepponian hit the jack. They all have a
Oh
playable
wow,
hand. They all have a
jeez,
playable
yeah.
hand.
This is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
We're going to see
Adam
what's
has
happening.
2 overs in a gut shot, which is a pretty good hand for a limped pot. And no one's going to bet too big, so we're probably going to see a big pop brew here. It's going to be very interesting depending on how it plays out.
And we just got word that there is only one woman standing, and it's Courtney Sims. She has 2.38 millichips. Do we know what league she's from? Eastern Poker Tour. Of course. They always have the peeps in deep. It's crazy. I'm surprised that this feature table is not 7 Eastern Poker Tour players.
Well, since we've gotten involved, I've noticed it's not as dominant as it used to be.
Tommy does jam here. I love this. Let's go, Tommy.
Yeah, see, this is
Tommy is putting Stefano in the.
This is a rough
in a pickle right now. I don't think Stefano can fold here.
I don't think he shouldn't, because Tommy's the big blind. What did he possibly have here that has with Jack 6?
Tommy limped in the cutoff, actually. Stefano's the big blind with Jack 6. But having top pair when you're short is so valuable. And wow, Tommy does get the fold.
Tommy clearly has the biggest range on this table in terms of how he plays his hands. And I did miss that. Yes. Stefano was the small blind. Very aggressive. But yeah, what does he have to lose there? He knows there's a 50% chance that Stefano's going to fold. And even if they call, he still has 30% chance to win against anything with that open-ended straight draw.
Yeah, he has so many outs against Stefano's lone pair. I really truly believe Stefano can't fold there when he bets out. If he had checked, I think he can make a better case for calling. But once you bet so much and you have so much of your chips in with top pair and a limp pot, I think you just have to go with it and just close your eyes and pray.
He's down to 2 or 3 orbitals also now, right? I didn't quite see a stack at this point, but it's like 2 or 3 orbitals.
I think he's got about 800,000.
So he might not see a better spot to win a pot, and he had a big pot there to win a pot potentially. So I'm going to be probably tuning out here in a second, but I will say that this, it's a learning league, and hopefully our listeners can learn from some of these things here. But Tommy is clearly taking advantage. Again, these cliches: make the move, not to call. It's very hard for people to call you. And if you can make a move with hands like open-ended straight draws or gut shot straight draws and 2 overs, these are great hands to make moves, try to steal a pot, and even if someone calls you, you have outs. And again, it's very situational. It's no mistake that when Tommy made that re-raise all in, with the open-ended straight draw, he knew he was up against a player who's not going to felt him. His worst case scenario is he loses a third of his chips. His
Ed
best
folds,
case scenario is
Ed
wins.
folds ace 10 again. I mean, not again, but my goodness, he has 7
Just
big
another-
blinds. Marty races in the cutoff to 350, and Ed just folds ace 10 offsuit. I want to send some love into Ed's veins right now and just let him know that, like, baby, don't get frustrated. You got this,
And he was on the button there, right?
Yes.
On the button. So he has position. He has everything going for him. And Martin's right off the button. So Martin could have easily been making a little move with a weak ace or a king jack. I'm with you, Ebony. It's all situational here, listeners. Especially bar poker listeners who are trying to improve their game. These are all situational situations. In that situation, Martin's tight, and yes, Martin hasn't raised in a while, but he's in a position. Everyone's checking to him, and everyone's folding to him. Of course, he's going to make a move with any decent hand. Doesn't have to. His range is really wide right there, and Ed wakes up with one of the best hands he's had. His image is flawless. You ship it there. You're repping ace king. Martin's not calling you unless he has pocket kings. And again, even if he does have pocket kings, you've got an ace you can still hit. Even in your worst case scenarios, you're still 20% to come back and win the hand anyway. So yeah, we don't want to beat him up too much, but yeah, come on, listeners, make those moves sometimes in those situations.
Yeah, this is just one of those things that, like, one thing that I will keep in mind, right, is that when we're watching, right, it's so easy for us to say, like, shoulda, woulda, coulda, right?
Very true.
And when you're there and you're feeling the pressure, like, people respond to pressure in different ways, which is what makes the game of poker so much fun. In, like, why you can have people who are absolutely crushing and still lose on days, because you have the human element, and you just have to take into consideration that people are going to play differently based on how they're feeling in that moment. So I think Ed could, like, really work on some, like, just some not panicking, and not getting so frustrated. I want to send him all the love. I just want to, like, infuse my, like, it'll be okay energy into him.
That's very true. And I hear him, like I said, I'm in the broadcasting booth, I'm seeing the hands, but I've been in that situation too, where sometimes I know I have the better hand, and I'm just feeling a little bit of fear comes into me. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to fold and do it another time.
Yeah.
But these guys are short stacked. I mean, I thought he had $1 million a second ago, but looks like it was like 400,000. I don't know if I see a stack right. But if he only has 400,000, he's
no. I think he's got about 700,000 or 800,000. So 8 big blinds.
Even 7 though.
Oh no, 100%. He should. That is a get in, and you're just happy about it. Okay, Tommy is raising under the gun with queen jack suited here, and Marty has woken up with pocket queens.
Wow. How much did he raise? 400.
He makes 400,000. And this is exactly about the raise fold spot that I was explaining to you about why it's not good to raise 4x.
Too much, I know.
Because now Tommy is probably going to fold here.
Are you a big believer in always opening with the same amount, whether it's 2x or 3x or 4x? Do you always open when you're playing?
I try to open consistently.
Same amount, whatever it is.
Yeah. And so see now Tommy has just raised 4 big blinds. So when you think about that, that's a significant portion of his stack. And so to raise fold in that spot,
my personal number is 3.
Sad.
I see a lot of pros do too. Like I said, I'll go back to the story from earlier. Ryan Reese, I kept saying to Ryan Reese, if you keep min raising, as I know a lot of pros do it, almost all pros, they never do 3x. It's either 2 or 2.5x. And I've noticed it.
It also depends on how deep they are, right? Like, if it's the beginning of a tournament and you're playing, like, everyone's got 150 big blinds, you're going to raise a little larger. But when you're playing 15 big blinds, a min raise is the perfect amount. Is the perfect amount when you're playing 15 big blinds, because anything more, and you're just, especially if the plan is to raise fold, you just are literally sacrificing a large portion of your stack, which will help you survive if your plan is to raise fold, right? And so, and I think the thing is too, is like what I suggest for amateur players is, if they're not comfortable playing post flop, then yes, raise slightly larger. So you can make it 2.5, even 3x, not when you're this short. I don't agree with it.
Look at this. I agree with you.
Yeah.
We're seeing the Billy Tommy.
Whoa. So Billy
called?
No. Billy raised.
Made a mistake.
Tommy jammed king 5 offsuit, and Billy folded.
Yes.
I think this would have been a snap call if I was in Billy's shoes.
This is what I said to you. This is where the only problem right now with Billy is Tommy standing next to him, And Tommy's, like I said, Tommy and Billy have the same game.
No,
They're putting the pressure on each other.
I'm gonna go with Tommy. Like Tommy's mixing it up, and he just jammed with King 5 offsuit there. So to me, Tommy's playing
Aggressive.
a little slightly better in these blind versus blind and these button versus small blind situations. Tommy's willing to get it in there and mix it up a bit, and Billy is playing a lot tighter.
A little bit more, yeah. But Tommy's got position. That's what I'm saying. But the reason why is he's got position on him, I think. I think Billy would have done the same move if the roles were reversed.
Yeah.
If Tommy's in the small blind and Billy's in the big, Billy might have jammed on Tommy with King 5.
So Ed has jammed here under the gun with Queen 8 offsuit. Johnny is rejamming with Ace 9 offsuit. This is interesting to me because Ed folded so many premium, like really good hands with the same amount of chips, and then decides he is really letting his frustration show up here, and then just jams here.
Yeah. Or maybe, like I said, maybe it's just a read. Maybe just he has too much respect for Martin in that situation. The other hand, I still don't understand how he folded that Ace 10 earlier.
So he can hit a queen, a 9, or an 8.
Yeah. Nope.
And he does not hit. Ed has been eliminated. GG Ed from Contenders. Ed is a Texas boy.
So Ed's from your new home, Texas.
Yeah, well, I moved to Austin in November 2017, and I actually spent a year and a half in Canada during the pandemic, and then moved back to Austin in July of last year. So I've been back stateside for almost a year now. It'll be like the middle of July. It'll be a year that I've been back in the States.
Where were you before that? I missed it.
I was in Vancouver and Toronto.
Oh,
so I was in Canada. Yeah.
I heard it's beautiful up there.
Oh my gosh, Vancouver is one of the most
super clean,
beautiful places I've ever seen in my life. It is. I fell in love with hiking while I was up there, and it is such a beautiful, beautiful place.
I'm gonna have to make the trip someday. Heard it from a bunch of people.
Yeah,
Vancouver.
I highly recommend. I think if you are planning a trip and you're not sure, definitely try to include Canada in your trip. It's so beautiful, it's so clean, the people are so nice. It almost feels like a joke.
Feeling, like so safe, like incredibly safe. That's
it's
what I hear.
Unreal.
Like for a big city.
My son and I were talking about that. And of course, like every city has their problems, right? I'm not negating that there's like crime and it's not like completely 100% safe, but the feeling that I felt of just feeling completely safe, and I was never worried. And it took me a couple months before I realized. I was like, oh my God, it's unreal how safe Vancouver, Toronto, like it really is beautiful.
It's a huge hockey town, which I love hockey, but is it a huge poker town?
So everything was shut down while I was up there. I was up there during the pandemic. So there was a casino. There's a casino in like, I think there's one like outside of Toronto, and there was one in Vancouver, but everything was shut down. So didn't really get to experience too much.
Gotcha.
Let's see.
Oh, Johnny's Stefano. Look at this.
Stefano is all in the small blind, and Johnny wakes up with aces in the big blind.
Stefano, who folded his jacks, decides to make a move here with only 590,000. Johnny's range to call him would have been huge anyway, but he happens to wake up with aces.
Well, he hits a pair, which is like the best case scenario for him if he's got a chance to win this hand. So he needs an 8 or a 5 only, or else Stefano is going to be out.
So we have to be close to final table. This game is starting to move quickly. We're starting to lose players.
And that's it. I do think.
Hang in there. Yeah. I'm gonna sneak closer and get a picture in a minute. Just take a minute though. Got you.
All right, Ebony, do you like the Kalahari Resort in Round Rock? I've never even heard of that, David. I'm gonna have to check it out. Yes, Sue, Vancouver is amazing.
Wow, Sue Kennedy chiming in. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard it from so many.
And there it is. I guess you guys can take a look there. I guess we're down
yeah,
just to the
we were
two
just
tables.
talking about that. Can they hear us in the camera room?
Yeah,
Because I was just
thank you.
curious.
I think it looks like we're down around 13 players, if my guess.
How far down do they play to get to the final table? Is it 7 or
So
8?
they're gonna stop at 8. That's the official final table. And then we will be back tomorrow for the final table stream. So
Are you a football fan at all, Ebony?
I used to be a huge football fan, and then with the Colin Kaepernick thing, so I was a huge Cowboys fan. And then the Colin Kaepernick thing, I was so disappointed with a lot of things. Oh, my alarm. I'm open and receptive to all the good and abundance in the universe. Thank you, life. That is my affirmation reminder. I have it go off every day. So y'all just got that live. It doesn't matter where I am.
I feel like we've all been affirmed indirectly.
Say it with me now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'm a huge Cowboys fan. Huge. Like grew up watching the Cowboys. Was obsessed with the cheerleaders. I wanted to be a cheerleader so bad. And then I ended up. Oh my God, Tommy's got pocket kings here. You know why you give the bully a real hand? Let's see how much
exactly
he
what
makes
I'm
it here.
thinking too.
Let's see how much he
He's
makes
getting
it
so
here.
much respect anyway.
So blinds are now 120,000.
He's gonna make it. He's been making, and this is
He
where
was making it 4x, and I think he's made it
And now
like
he only-
2.5x now. Yes.
That's so weird.
Do you
He plays
see?
the opposite of everybody else,
Yes.
which I like the game too. I play this. I would do the same thing there. I mean, actually, I would bet 4. I don't know why he would go lower. Stick with your 400.
Because he's got a real hand now.
Yeah, he's trying to induce action.
Yeah. So
He's
Mike,
trying to induce a re-raise, really. He's begging for a re-raise. Wow, Mike doesn't bait to the trap now. It's 7s. He flats.
I
Mike just
like
got here,
this
right?
flat. Yeah,
I do
I
too.
love this flat. I think this is a good flat. This is what you're supposed to do
Yeah,
here.
and he just got to the table, so he really has no. He wants to get his bearings on the table and how it's playing
Yeah.
and how the players are playing. That's a great flat. I often tell players if you have 8s or less, it's you can flat fold. Just try to hit your set and then just move on.
So Johnny and
Then you
Adam both
understand.
get out of the way, and they're going to be heads up to a flop, and it'll be interesting. So Tommy's got to dodge a 7 here, and really Mike doesn't know. Whoa, oh, so okay, so Mike did 3-bet then.
So you missed something on the.
Yeah, so something on the graphics didn't show correctly. So Mike did 3-bet and has to fold to the Tommy jam.
Wow, this is all part of running great. If anyone was sitting here saying, "Oh, Tommy's just bullying us around," he maybe doesn't have hands, and now here he is re-raising, re-popping. He's just reestablished his credibility.
And Tommy did bag the chip lead for day 1B yesterday, so it's good to see that he's still around. I think Tommy is part of so now we got two Tommies on the table, huh? Or is it Tom and Tommy? What's Mike, not Tommy. Okay, Mike, right? Mike looks like a Tommy.
Yeah.
Like you just be like
Well, if you're from Staten Island, New York, Mike and
yeah.
Mike and Anthony and Vinny. Mike,
Oh yeah,
Anthony,
true.
Vinny and
Those
Joe,
are pretty
Frank.
common names. Yeah. So Mike,
We're all New Yorkers.
Mike gives me a very New York vibe, but he lives in Texas.
No way. He definitely gives a New York vibe.
Everything about
I'm
Mike
so wrong.
screams New York. Even talking to him, I interviewed him yesterday, and I started the interview saying Mike from New York.
No way. I was saying, usually I'm usually pretty good with my New York read.
I think he. Oh, okay.
they're both on the 7 now.
So Billy flops a pair with a gut shot. Mike flops just a gut shot and folds.
Okay. I was a little worried there. I thought we were gonna get some action.
Yeah.
I'm worried only
Graphics
'cause
were
my man
just a
Billy's
little
on there.
slow. The 3-bet was to 450. The jam fold. Okay, thank
that
you,
what it
John.
was?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. Oh, let's see what's happening now. So we're almost there. So the reason I brought up football is there's a player at this table who looks like Aaron Rodgers. I don't know if you know Aaron Rodgers enough to know.
Of
but, like,
course,
he
I
looks-
know Aaron
Like,
Rodgers.
he looks a little like, especially with the hat.
The Packers quarterback.
And the hat does it because the hat kind of makes everyone kind of look a little bit more similar,
Oh, are you talking about Marty here?
right?
Oh no, you know what I would
Especially when he
think.
looks up right there.
I
He's got
would-
to smile. A little. He's got to smile a little.
He actually, there's a pitcher that I'm thinking of that he used to be a pitcher, I think, for the Washington Nationals. Is that a team? For the baseball team.
Not
Oh
a
my
baseball guy at
God.
all, but it sounds about right.
He kind of looks like the pitcher that used to. Yeah, he's not giving me Aaron Rodgers vibes so much.
Look at this. We have a lot of decent hands here. Let's see if anyone's going to give action, though. Martin came out betting. I kind of like his reputation on this table is solid. He's under the gun, raising, which certainly looks like a huge hand. He's got queen 10 suit, and it's not a bad hand.
Wow, Johnny folds the king queen offsuit in the cutoff.
Wow, look at the different game here. We have someone folding king queen and someone calling 10 jack.
Yeah, Adam calling for 30% of his stack, really, with the Jackson offsuit. I don't love this. I don't hate it, but I'm not. I think jamming would feel better because I think he's going to get a fold so often. Adam doesn't know it, but he's in pretty bad shape against the queen 10 against. Ooh.
No, the king queen's not too happy right now.
Yeah, and so we could potentially see fireworks here because Adam did flop middle pair, and Marty's going to see bet here. And he does bet 320, which is basically what he raised it to pre-flop. So I do think Adam might potentially just get this in. Yes, he does jam here.
Wow. I don't think he can call. I like the jam pre-flop. I don't know if I like it here.
Yeah.
Marty's too committed. I don't think he can fold. Even if you're trying to make a move here, I don't think you can fold. Even if you had ace queen, I don't think you can fold. I don't know.
I think Marty has to bet here. He is pot committed compared to based on what he put in pre-flop. I don't think he could fold, especially there's a flush draw, there's a straight draw. Yeah, you have the queen, which is what you would want your opponent to have. But I think when you bet here, I don't think you can fold here. And you can see Adam is stressing it out. He's like, oh my God. So I think Marty ends up making the call here. I think he has to.
Does it factor in at all him worrying about his table reputation showing his hand? Does that factor into the math of a professional poker player? Hey, I don't really want to lose my table cred here.
I don't think reputation factors into math ever.
Yeah.
I do think I don't know. I think Marty's hand is great to raise under the gun here. So I don't think it really changes much. If anything, maybe if it goes to showdown and Adam's card gets shown, I think that might.
Yeah, well, for sure on that. Mathematically, I think he has to call. I just don't know. It's $2 million. It's $400,000. He has plenty of outs. And the thing is, look how many draws Adam has here. How many hands Adam could be doing this, and Marty's ahead. You could have Jack Queen.
Yeah,
Marty's ahead.
The thing is, y'all. So
the
pot is got over $2 million. It's only $440 to call. So Marty's getting 5-1 on a call here.
5-1. And he could be ahead.
Yeah,
he could be ahead on this flop. I mean, he
is
for
ahead.
The listeners, he is ahead.
Yeah, he doesn't know
in his
it.
Own mind,
he does make
his
the
own
call,
mind, he doesn't know.
which I think is the correct call. He has to make that call here.
I like the fact that he thought it out.
He is pumped.
I like the fact that he thought it out.
So Adam is hating life right now. He's stressing this out. You can see the stress on his face. So he needs a jack or running spades or running straight cards. Oh my God. Oh my God.
This is why poker is such a great, horrible game.
Oh, the pain.
It's such a great, horrible game.
Oh, the pain. Oh my God. Adam gets that beloved double up that we all hope and pray for when we are short in a tournament. And look at Mike's face. Mike is in shock. He's
that
like,
was 3 outer, basically.
Yeah.
It's as good as you can get almost. 3 outer and backdoor spades.
So the players do have a break coming up in about 5 minutes, y'all. So the pressure, they get to take a much needed break and take a breather and try to come down from the stress, and only for 15 minutes, and then they're going to get right back in.
And the roller, again, I don't know how it is for the pros, but definitely for the Joes, and I can speak as still a Joe, the roller coaster of emotions in that hand for Adam calling a significant part of a stack pre-flop, considering how short stacked he was.
Yeah.
Making the jam move. Martin's so close to folding. He's like euphoric. He's like, I'm going to take this pot down. I'm not even going to see the board. I'm not going to see it.
Yeah.
He must have been so
if I'm
excited.
Adam, I'm so happy with the tank.
So
and
happy
then when the call
you
happens,
saw
I'm
his
like,
face drop.
oh, yeah.
His face, it just completely deflated.
Yeah.
And then the jack comes. You talk about
So Billy
roller
jams here with
coaster.
pocket threes. I
Ooh,
love this
wow.
jam, Billy. Let's go. Billy said, I'm not raised holding threes. Y'all, if y'all want to play, y'all are gonna have to put all your chips in.
And he has enough chips too to do it.
Yeah.
He's got half the table covered significantly enough. He's really only got to worry about Tommy waking up with something.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Like, I've seen Billy normally plays like we've seen Tommy playing. I think it's just because Tommy has just taken the power position on this table. Although it seems to be leveling off a little bit too. So we'll see what happens.
My goodness, kings. We've seen some big hands on this table today. We've seen kings several times, queens several times, aces. This is so Johnny's under the gun with kings. He's got to feel good after folding the king queen offsuit last hand.
Yes, I'm a big believer in karma too. Like
Oh,
when
he
you
just
rebound
jams
with this.
here. So he just open jams 20 bigs. I don't love this.
Nope.
You got one of the best hands in poker. It takes so long to get a hand
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah, and the way Tommy had king 10 there too. If he does a min raise there or something, Tommy's definitely getting involved. And if that king comes up, he's doubling up off Tommy for sure.
Yeah.
There's so many hands there.
That's the thing, folks at home. If you're watching, it's one of those things where you just gotta. One of the things I constantly tell myself when I'm playing is I owe it to myself to play each hand to the best of my ability, and to have a very short memory with hands. Right. So if I'm winning, I gotta just I can't let the fact that I'm winning distract me and get in the way of let my ego kind of make decisions for me where I'm like, oh, I'm unstoppable, And then when I'm not running so hot, I got to just forget about it and play each hand to the best of my ability. So
it's so true.
And it does look like they are going on a break after this hand. It seems like everybody's dispersing.
Let's see if the graphics guys are going to give us a count.
Yeah, so Marty does make a raise with queen 6 offsuit here. I love this. Marty is aggressive. I'm here for it. Or as you would say, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, Billy. I said Billy. Unfortunate for Billy. He's doing great here, but unfortunately, he's got Tommy and Martin, who also have very creative games in position against him. I wish Billy was sitting in Mike's seat over in seat 8 or 9 because it's hard. Those guys making those moves.
I think y'all can see us. I'm not sure. We don't. Oh my goodness. I want to be able to see us too. What is up, everyone? Surprise.
Hello.
This is Ebony. I'm Carl. Oh, look, here we are. Oh, come closer to me. Look at you this whole time. Okay, so the players are on a break. We have 11 players left. Courtney Sims is still in. She's grinding. She's got, a little over 2.5 million still at this point. Things are looking good. Only 3 more players left, and then they are at the final table. What are you hoping to see?
3 more.
And you can absolutely let your biases shine here.
Yeah, for the viewers out there and listeners, for sure. I'm rooting for Billy Hayes. Go Billy, go Billy. He's a 2-time main event champion in our league, and we love him. We love his play. But I got to give love to all the people out there. Sunshine Poker and Donnie. He's got his 2 players out there. So
yeah,
I'm going to be leaving the pit here for tonight, but wishing luck to all the players.
Yeah, so
great fun watching.
So Carl's going to take off. Evan's going to come back with me, and when we come back from the break, y'all, it'll be me and Evan taking you home to the final table. And Carl, thank you so much.
Thank you, Ebony.
We'll be back in 15 minutes, y'all.
Hello, Bar Poker Open. My name is Aaron Webster. I am here in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada, here at the Golden Nugget, where I am going to be hosting the Bar Poker Open National Championship. We have over 1 million players all across North America who have made the journey down to 2,000 players here in Las Vegas, all competing for a chance to win a prize pool of close to $500,000. That is $500,000. So much money is yet to be won. So stay tuned. I'm so excited for this journey. So let's hit the felt and let's get those cards in the air. So what makes Bar Poker Open unique?
Oh, the thing about Bar Poker Open right now is it's so much fun. You get to meet so many different players. You might probably meet your soulmates and stuff like that. You never know, but it's just so much more fun than going out there playing the casino, losing all your money and stuff like that. I mean, you get to tip in $5 or whatever not and have some fun and stuff like that, and you get to play right here at the BPO Open right now.
I mean, it's so nice to finally come back and be able to play live poker again.
It's wonderful. It is wonderful in a nice setting. The Bar Poker Open is awesome, and I'm glad to be back.
So I'm with Millie and Ray, who happened to have just tied the knot last night here in Las Vegas.
I'm a winner.
Awesome.
I'm a winner.
Awesome. Your honeymoon, guys, and good luck in the tournament. I'm so happy for you. Congratulations. Oh, that's great.
Oh, everybody's great. Everybody's very friendly. You have to have big money to get in, and you can win a lot.
You can definitely gain a lot of experience and not lose a lot of money.
This is way too much fun.
Y'all need to do this. It's a trip. It's a once-in-a-lifetime deal. You can make it happen more.
Hello and welcome back. I am here at the Tank at the Golden Nugget, where we will be having the 2021 Bar Poker Open Player Party. You enjoying the party so far?
Come on. This is what Bar Poker Open is all about. Bringing everyone together as a family, socialize, and have fun.
You don't want to miss out on this. Make sure this year you do everything in your power to qualify. Come down to Vegas. Let us show you a good time in Vegas.
First of all, the Players Party is amazing. You know why it's amazing? Because your boy Lambo and Rivers are now in the house, so carry on.
Now the party can officially start. Tensions are high going into day 2 with the final table in sight. All players who qualified for play today will have their chance to earn a seat at the final table and all the glory that comes with it. Players, good luck. With the final table in sight, what would that mean for you?
More nerves.
We're here, and I'm playing to win. Final table is right over there. I can see it. I can almost taste it.
Our Poker Open has never just been about the money. In addition to nearly $500,000 in prize funds, there's also a massive amount of trophies you can win.
Just to watch them go through the progression, to qualify here, and to be so excited all week. Like, I feel like I'm almost like emotional. Like, I feel it, you know? I'm living vicariously through them, but like, we're amped up.
What originally started with over 1 million players across North America has worked itself down to nearly 2,400 contestants playing here in Las Vegas. We're now down to the final 8. Each player has the skill and the determination to make it to the final table, but that skill will now be put to the ultimate test. Let's go meet them now.
I'm Jackie Lau of the Eastern Poker Tour.
Hi, I'm Ron LeCarry. I'm from River Chasers.
Paul Kelly, Bar League Pro Online.
Chris Farkas, Arizona Hold'em.
I'm Nick Burnett, and I'm from One Time Poker Tour.
Wilbur Dean Terry, NPPT Poker.
Hi, this is Mark Mosier. I'm from River Chasers Poker. Patrick Martorella, New York Free Poker.
Today is shaping up to be a very interesting day, with first place taking home just over $70,000. Join me now on the live stream to see who will take home the money, the trophy, and all the glory. You definitely don't want to miss this.
$70,047 for first place. It's a lot of money.
Wow, and it just like that, it looks like Mark is out of the tournament. Great playing, Mark.
Ace King
No.
holds.
That means Paul is up and Ron is out. That was a great play, Ron. Very proud of you. Yeah, the showdown is pretty
Another
interesting. We have to see how
showdown.
this goes.
Dick keeps his 9.
Wow. That
And just
eliminates Jackie.
Jackie, 6th place. Congratulations, buddy. EPT, Eastern Poker Tour representing.
Wow. Just like that, what started as our chip leader is out of the tournament. Great play, Patrick. Looks like Nick is out of the hand. That was a great call on Paul.
Nick is going to walk away with $22,490.
The 8 and the straight. Oh, he almost fell out of his chair.
Just like that, Paul Kelly from BPO.com, unfortunately eliminated in 3rd place, but fortunately is now taking home $30,010. Congratulations, Paul, our 3rd place finisher. We are heads up, $70,000 at stake for first place, $42,000 at stake for 2nd place.
The 3 of spades does not do it, and we have a champion, fellas.
Dean is putting $42,140. Congratulations to Dean. Chris Farkas, Arizona Poker League, our 2021 Bar Poker Open National Champion. Chris is putting $70,047 into his pocket.
Congratulations on your win. How do you feel?
Ecstatic. I mean, yeah, ecstatic. There's really nothing more to say. It was. I got here. This was the goal, and I got here, right? Like,
Once you started coming up in chips, you did not stop. You just kept raking them in. Do you have a strategy that you're playing? Obviously a little hyper aggressive, but it happened to work out.
take the opportunities you can and stay alive by trying to get those blinds. And yeah, you're going to get into some situations.
Is this the biggest tournament that you've played in so far?
Absolutely.
And taking home just over $70,000. Do you have any idea what you're going to do with the money?
Maybe a little poker.
Alrighty, so what do you have to think about Bar Poker Open now? Anything different than how you felt before?
I do want to say that I feel this event was really well run. I have not been here the whole time, but some of my other league mates were here earlier in the tournament, and it's been fairly seamless. All the dealers were awesome, and Golden Nugget, great host, great venue.
Is there anything you would like to say to friends or family back home?
Hi.
You won.
I won. Thank you. I appreciate you.
And you have the trophy, the money, and all the glory that goes with it. Again, congratulations, Chris. Thank you for your time. It's been a crazy week out here in Vegas with lots of pressure and a whirlwind of emotions. Congratulations to Chris Farkas, who took home first place at just over $70,000. A huge thank you to all of those who came out to support the 2021 Bar Poker Open National Championship. Don't forget to join your local leagues or online at barpokeropen.com for your chance to play to win an exclusive, fully paid trip out to Vegas for next year's event. Thank you for the support and having me host my first Bar Poker Open. My name is Erin Webster, and I will see you next year.
What is up, everyone? Welcome back. I am Ebony Kenny, and I am joined by my lovely co-host, Mr. Evan Myers. And we get to, I feel like we're pretty close to rounding out day 2 here at the Bar Poker Open.
Day 2 is so close to coming to an end. I think in real time, there's only about 11 players left.
Yeah.
And maybe 10 at this point, but we'll find out real soon. We're going to have 6 players left at the feature table.
Oh, we're only doing 6? I thought we were doing 8.
Well, we're going to come back. No, we're coming back from break with 6 players left.
Oh my goodness, I was panicking. I was like, wait a minute. My entire reality is completely wrong. Everything I thought I knew, I don't know. I thought I was taking it that you were saying the final table was 6-handed. I was like, what is happening? The panic was so real. Okay, now that I know my reality has not been completely ruined.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so we are down to 11 players. The players are coming back from a 15-minute break. Thank y'all for hanging out here with us. We are so happy to be here with you. We are coming to you live from downtown Las Vegas, Nevada at the Golden Nugget Hotel and Casino. And it always feels good to come back here. What do you think?
I love coming back here. Bar Poker Open has treated us real well.
Yeah.
And always asks us back, and we have a great time. We get to meet a lot of cool people from all over the country. We get to see a lot of great poker, and we get to learn a few things maybe.
Yeah, I think my favorite thing about coming back here over and over again is really meeting all the people and seeing the camaraderie between the people. It's so exciting. And guess what? The action is back on the table, and here we are. We are 6-handed. Mike's grabbing some snacks, and all right, y'all. As they're getting adjusted, we're getting adjusted with our notes here, making sure we have the right players in the right seats, so we're not calling anybody by Randy Schmandy if they're not Randy Schmandy, So bear with us as we, get situated, and cards are back in the air.
So we are here in Las Vegas for the 2022 Bar Poker Open National Championship. Ebony, 1 million players started this journey about 7 months ago, and we are down to the final 11, vying for $229,000 in prizes, $37,000 up front for that first place prize. That's pretty cool. You just had a pretty cool win not too long ago, right?
I did. I actually, the last World Series, I won a mystery bounty tournament over the Orleans, and that was nice for about $45,000. Very happy with it.
Yeah, right?
It was a great way to start out my series. I won it, I think it was the second weekend, because, the World Series is so long. We're in the midst of it right now, but the last World Series was obviously just 6-7 months ago, at the same time as the last Bar Poker Open. And I would have been here for that Bar Poker Open, but I was I was playing the WSOP Ladies event. That is a can't miss. It's one of my favorite tournaments of the year. I did make the money, so it is just it validates why I can't miss it. But yeah, the series is 7-8 weeks. It's so long, and I won that tournament actually 2 weeks in to my very long series. I was very grateful to start off with a big win. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. So $37,000 up front here. 25,000, 16,000, 11,000, 8,800, 7, 6, 4, 3, and 3, rounding out top 10 positions.
Yeah.
All for free.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Yeah,
being able to...
it's crazy. Whenever you say, you said, 1 million players, just thinking about a million different unique entrants starting for this tournament, and they battle it out for 6-7 months, and then they come here and 1,240 live entrants for this event, and they're just playing the game that they love, which I think is so amazing.
Exactly. We had on Monday flight 1, 531 players. On flight 2, 219 players. Then yesterday, the final flight, 490 players. That's absolutely crazy. And not only that, we had 2 double baggers.
Yes, I actually got to interview both of them yesterday. It was so exciting.
I saw that. So that means they actually already knocked somebody out. So instead of being 63 players today, we have 61 players, and those 2 double baggers already earned $1,500 on top of whatever they earned today.
Yeah, which was it's so nice, because if you think about it, that 1,500 was the equivalent to, it's above 22nd place, right? So 22nd place got 1,445, 21st place got the money jump for 1,725. So really the 2 players that double bagged, one of them was a woman. Let's go, Lynn. And she ran pretty deep today. Unfortunately, she couldn't get down to this point. But it is exciting to, speaking of exciting, Johnny does have pocket 10s here on the button, and he has, I think,
He
just
shoved,
jammed.
For 2.4 million, a little over 2.4 million. Johnny slammed for.
Yeah, so the blinds are 8160. Johnny did just open jam under the gun earlier, right before we went on break. He had kings under the gun and just open jam. So it does seem like Johnny is not here to play any post-flop poker. He's like, you know what? I'm comfortable taking the pots down pre-flop. If you want to play, you got to call me.
And I get to play with Johnny quite a bit, and that is him. You just nailed it to the T. That is Johnny for sure. What a great guy, by the way. He's been playing for years with Eastern Poker Tour and the charity and in the pubs.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. Speaking of Eastern Poker Tour and Johnny, 13 out of the 61 players that made it through today were from Eastern Poker Tour. Go
13
team.
out of 61. That is an astronomical percentage.
New York Free had some good showings, and Sunshine, who we see, I think 2 of their players right now at the table, had a great showing as well.
Yeah, this is actually pretty insane for Sunshine Poker League to have 2 players left at this point, because I did speak to Donnie about he was a little underwhelmed at the fact that they didn't have a ton of players that played day 1 and that made it to day 2. But he's got to be so happy right now, because he's had 2 players that made it. I was talking to him when there was 30 players left, and he had 2 players left, and now they're down to 11 with 2 players left. Like, come on, let's go. That's got to feel so good.
Oh, it's crazy. And Johnny he pulled that pot in after making that move. But yeah, it's gonna feel great.
So Mike in the where are we starting at? I guess so Martin is under the gun, folding in the 8-6 offsuit. And Mike here, who actually bagged the chip lead for the afternoon, for yesterday's flight for day 1B, actually now just has ace king. So the fact that he's still in is so good, because normally it's like, so Josh was the overwhelming chip leader, and he bagged day 1A as the chip lead, and Mike bagged day 1B as the chip lead. So he still has a chance to win, which is so exciting for him, and he does raise with ace king here.
$435,000 raise, $835,000 in the pot right now. Tommy looking at Jack 6, folds that right off the bat. Mike says, "I am out of here." Speaking of Sunshine Poker League, they were affected by the pandemic, and they were fortunate enough about 2 months ago to start playing again. Donnie did not give up.
Oh, wow.
In keeping this league going. They're averaging, I think, 30 or 40 players now a tournament. And like you said, they had a great showing. And it's amazing what Glenn and Griff did with barpokeropen.com, keeping the poker alive for so many people.
Yes, I've been so pleasantly surprised to see what's happening. And as you guys can hear off camera, looks like what's happening. It looks like a big hand or a bad beat at the outer table. So I know the players on this feature table got to be pumped to hear that.
Right?
Depending on which way it goes,
So at 11 players, though, the min cash right now, $3,060.
Yeah, I mean, let's go. Guaranteed $3,060 for free poker. Hey, come on.
I'm in.
Yeah, I'm in too. Actually, I'm so in that I was telling Carl while we were back here, and I said, you know what? There's no official like team like captain or whatever for the online team.
Right.
So I think I want to kind of like take that role. I won't be the team. I won't be the league owner, right? But so then that means I can still play. So I'm going to try to qualify for the next Bar Poker Open. And I told Carl that I am putting it out here now that I see myself winning this event in the next 5 years. So I give myself 10 times. That's an absurd statement. I know. I know what it is. I know how absolutely ridiculous that sounds, and I'm here for it. If you guys know me at all, you know how absolutely ridiculous
Bring
I am.
on the game. Bring it on.
This is very on brand.
Right. Tommy raises with Ace Jack and the small blind 480,000. Marty calls. Big blind 5-3. That's a sneaky hand in a sneaky position. That 5-3. You never know what's going to come.
Yeah, I like that Marty is willing to defend kind of wide here. I know there's probably a lot of people at home that are going to hate it, but I think it's fine.
Yeah.
Wow,
Tommy
Tommy
shoves.
just jams.
2.5 million. That Ace Jack. He didn't hit, but he doesn't know that Marty did make a little piece of it. Could Marty be thinking right now that Tommy is pushing with a thinks Marty thinks Tommy hit that. Lets it go. I mean, he has a small pair. What can he really believe too hard on that?
Yeah, if Tommy actually just like bets the hand in a standard fashion, I think Marty is going to just see the turn there with a piece, because it's so hard to hit a pair head like when you're heads up, especially blind versus blind. Right. But Tommy played it the way that he needed to in order to get the best hand out of the hand. So. Oh, from Denver. Mike is from Denver with Over the Top Poker. Yeah, Mike James, Mike Schnitzer. He told me that he was on the list as Mike James, but he prefers to be he said, I want to be called just Mike. Mike is not from New York. Yeah, Rachel, I know we were saying that, but we were just saying he gives very New York vibes, right? Like if you had a snapshot and you had to just by looking at somebody, right? If you just had a picture of each of these players here and you just looked at just Mike, where would you think he was from? New York, New Jersey, like the tri-state area for sure.
And this is coming from one of the best readers in poker. Ebony can read you like a book. So if you ever do get at a table with her, look out.
That is actually something I do. I don't say like I'm like one of the best for a lot of things, but I can tell a lot about people by looking at them. And Mike would get me. He would get me, Denver. My God.
So Marty with the small blind, in the small blind with King 10. Tommy, 160,000 for him to make that call. It looks like we have an all in. Though. It looks like Marty is all in. And takes that pot down.
I'm really a fan of Tommy and Marty's aggression. They both are willing to mix it up and raise with untraditional hands, and they're really putting people in a pickle, really, by jamming and raising some unconventional hands, which is for me as a professional poker player, is really nice to see on this table, because you have players that are really afraid to mix it up a bit, and then it's such a the difference is so crazy because Tommy and Marty are just here to play.
And this is, again, coming from a pro. What do we talk about so often? Aggression. Those who are aggressive tend to have the most success.
Yeah, the early bird gets the worm,
Right.
and that's in this one. It's so true.
And we talk about that quite often, but now we get a professional supporting us on that statement. I like when that happens.
Yeah.
So
sorry I distracted Evan off stream. I was like, I pointed to something. I was like, oh.
No sweat.
So we got some action here, though.
Yeah.
We got a couple of hands.
Johnny with the best hand right now folds his pocket fours, though.
Marty has
Marty-
raised the button.
But
No.
yep, Marty on the button. Ace 9 raises to 470,000. Actions on Tommy to call 310,000 with his King Jack.
Wow. Okay, so Tommy did limp call here,
Yeah.
which is an interesting strategy. This is the first time I've seen him limp in position, and then
Flop.
call out of position.
3 clubs on that flop. Marty with the club draw right now. Not club draw.
And top pair. This is a great flop for him. He's very happy with this, and he's just going to take it down.
If you're just checking in, we are live at the 2022 Bar Poker Open National Championship here in Las Vegas, Nevada. We are live at the Golden Nugget Resort in downtown on Fremont Street. So much fun here. Got to thank the entire staff for all their hospitality. Kurt and everybody has been so nice to us. Hey, we're playing with the Big Blind Ante now, Ebony. And
I love it.
The last time we did this together, I don't think that was pretty much in play at that point.
Yeah, because the last time I was here was 2019.
Yeah. So from your standpoint now that the blinds are 80,060 with $160,000 Big Blind Ante, Big Blind is responsible for $320,000 right
Yeah.
now. How do you feel as a professional player?
I personally, I love the Big Blind Ante. I think it speeds up the game, which I think it helps out the dealers, because getting individual antes from people, it does take a long time, which really, time is money, especially when you're playing tournament poker. These are valuable seconds on a tournament clock. So if you're short, Marty,
Johnny just shoves all in 2.5 million with his pocket nines.
So Marty did raise. It looks like he raised to 320. So he min raised here. And with ace 5 suited in the cutoff, and then Johnny has 3-bet jammed with pocket
Yeah,
nines.
it didn't take him long to get there. 3.195 in the pot right now.
Yeah. I do think Marty's just going to fold here. If he had a bigger suited ace, I think he might make the call. But Marty's a pretty good player and doesn't like to gamble. And yeah, he does make the fold.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm speaking back on the Big Blind Ante. I'm a huge fan of the Big Blind Ante. I think it speeds up the game. And I know that some players are like, oh, but you lose so much of your stack. But the fact of the matter is that you would have lost that amount anyway, because in an ante structure game, which at this point everybody would, if we were the old school way, the traditional antes where every player just puts up an ante every hand, you would be losing actually slightly more, because in the old format, I think the ante was about 12 to 15% of the big blind, which when you have a full table is equivalent to more than a big blind.
Correct.
So you'd be losing a lot more. So a lot of players don't realize that this is better for you.
And speaking it from the small stack standpoint, which
Yeah.
you're talking about, it kind of gives you more. It gives more shove value at that point. So somebody has to be more cognizant. He doesn't have much left. He's calling. He's already invested $320,000.
Yeah.
And it allows different types of play.
Yeah.
With different chip stack sizes.
Yeah, for sure. And Tommy does wake up with yakety yaks, is what I call him here under the gun. So we'll see what he's going to do here. And he does min raise here. And we'll see if anyone's got anything playable. Billy is all in here with 9-10 offsuit. This is an interesting...
Tommy, no joke, makes that call. 10-9 versus Jack. 5.7 million in the pot.
I wonder about this jam here from Billy, because he's been playing so good. Well, he does flop a 10, so he needs a 9 or a 10, or else he doesn't get it. Tommy holds, knocks out his teammate from Sunshine Poker League, and gets a much needed chip up. Has 5.835 million chips with that hold. That is a sexy hold.
That is a nice chip stack right now. Nipomo Surfer, you know him online as. He is definitely a surfer from California.
And with that, they are down to 10. And I do believe, I think when we get down to 9 is when we'll have the unofficial final table.
Correct. We'll turn the whole final table into a feature table.
All right, guys, I'm going to take a quick bathroom break, and I'm going to leave everything to Evan. No pressure, Evan.
All is good. Thank
None
you.
whatsoever. You guys are in great hands. Enjoy and have fun.
Thanks. All right, guys, you see it on the table. It looks like they're chipping up some, or getting some final chip counts here. We got 10 players left. When we get down to 9 players, we're going to get all of them on this feature table. We'll play till one person gets knocked out, and then we will move on to tomorrow. It's the 2022 Bar Poker Open National Championship here live in Las Vegas, Nevada at the Golden Nugget Resort and Casino on Fremont Street. Loving hanging out here. My name is Evan Myers. Ebony Kenny just stepped away. Andrew Griffith did an awesome job. Carl Pepitone, you did an awesome job hanging out with us. So they're doing some final counts here. How did these players get here? Well, 1 million players over the last 7 months have been playing online, live poker. They've been qualifying by winning tournaments, finishing in a top percentage of that tournament, and playing online at barpokeropen.com. They're collecting points, wins, whatever it takes to get here. 1 million players, like I said, started this journey. 1,400 entries, well over 1,200 players from all the different leagues in the house. Hey, while we're waiting though, oh, we're hearing some stuff going on the outside table. My feeling is they're moving over right now. Hey, while we're waiting, let's give a shout out though. Misfits Poker League, Nevada. How you guys doing? Our buddy Neil's out there. Red River Valley Poker League in North Dakota in the house. Desert Heat Poker League from Arizona. The Texas Hold'em Poker Tour is out of Florida, representing No Limit Pug Poker. Andrew, DJ Lombo, Jimmy, all those guys. How you guys doing out of New York? Sunshine Poker League and our friend Donnie Sunshine from California, Bakersfield area. Eastern Poker Tour in the house, Mass and Rhode Island. 13 EPTers made it to the final 61. How cool is that, guys? Love it. River Chasers, our friend Griff was hanging out. Griff and Glenn, founders of Bar Poker Open and this great series of poker tournaments that we have here. Contenders Poker out of North Carolina, New Jersey, Texas. And we are down to the final table at 9 players. We'll play till one person gets knocked out here. Aces Crack Poker League from Colorado in the house. One-time poker tour. Love Mount Zion out in Utah. Oh, I can't wait to get back out there. Deep Stacks Poker League in Missouri. How you guys doing? Tone, what's up, buddy? Premier Island Poker out of New York. Suit 'em Up Poker League. North Carolina and Virginia in the house. And No Limit Pub Poker Tour. Let's see, they got the Colorado, Florida, Georgia, New York, Tennessee, Wisconsin. They represent pretty well. Over the top, out of Colorado, Pikes Peak Poker. We saw Melissa at the Pros versus Joe's tournament. Quality Poker League, Indiana and Texas represented, and the Texas Poker Tour. Can't forget New York Free Poker, though. Hi, guys. How you doing? And then Resorts Poker. We got some representation here at the table. Delaware, Maryland, and PA represented in the house. $229,000 up for grabs. $37,000 for first place. Over 130 players made $500 or more. It's a pretty nice cash. Check out barpokeropen.com. You can find all the different poker leagues and how you can sign up and subscribe to one of the great monthly subscription plans. Have an opportunity for 60 tournaments a month. Step 1 tournaments, you can win a token. That token can take you to another tournament. Friday nights, they run a $1,000 guarantee. They also run qualifying events for this tournament. And it's a large number of chips, and I don't know how many chips exactly is, but they do have a satellite and a tournament for a package to the main event. Well over $10,000. Linda Mullen, back in Massachusetts. How you doing, Linda? Good to hear from you. John will correct all those technical and little oops, whatever. It's all good. Waiting for the 9 players here to get situated. As we were saying, $37,115 for first place, $25,385 for second place, $16,615 for third, $11,460 for fourth, $8,800 for fifth, $73,335 for sixth. Seventh place gets cool, $61,220. Eighth place, $4,915. And the minimum cash anybody is going to make in this tournament right now, in ninth place, $3,710. There's Courtney Sims, Ebony was mentioning earlier, the lone woman left at the tournament.
Yeah.
Courtney from Rhode Island. Her and her twin sister play in the Eastern Poker Tour, along with their significant others.
All right, players, congratulations. This is the final table.
We see Ebony getting ready. She's going to do a little promo shot. Hey, Eb. Caleb on the Steadicam. I got to tell you, one of the most incredible producers and videographers you're ever going to meet. Caleb and Cassidy, an amazing team. This is my second year getting to work with those guys, and I certainly would work with them anytime, ever. Jeff Maynard, you see him on the stats tablet. What Jeff is doing is he's communicating with the dealer and watching action on the table. Fold, bet, call, raise, whatever it may be, along with the chip amounts. He inputs that into the tablet he's talking to, and right now they're inputting the starting stack data. And as you see the cards flip up on the table, that's where all the other information comes from. How do we read the cards on this table, though? RFID. There are little readers underneath all these cards. Underneath the table in those little red squares, just like a credit card reader. Little microchip inside the card, so when the card's placed on that box, that filament chip is read, and then it pops up. And as you can see, we are on a 30-minute delay. So you saw Ebony and that really handsome dude right there in the red shirt. Just making sure I get all of the information right. Tyler from just watching what's going on. Chris Sevick, the blogger from Eastern Poker Tour. Tyler from Poker News. Check it out. But check out the blog on Poker News. One of the coolest blogs I've ever seen. Tyler is so up to date. It's crazy. Go on Eastern Poker Tour's site as well for all the updates about your favorite Eastern Poker Tour players. Want to thank all of our pros yesterday for coming in. How cool is it to have Joe Ingram, Ebony Kenny, Pokerface Ash, Drew Gonzalez, and Johnny Party. Guys, you support us all the time. We see the president of Eastern Poker Tour walking across there, Glenn McCrory. We got about 10 cameras scattered throughout that set right there. Want to make sure people line up and their faces and their chips are seen. But you know what? This is Bar Poker Open. BarPokerOpen.com is what you have to check out. Free online poker to get yourself to a chance to win $229,000. A no pressure, fun organization. So you can play live, but if you're not comfortable playing live yet, just hop online. You'll see all of these guys online. You'll see me online. You see Courtney online. I can speak for my Eastern Poker Tour friends. See Johnny Kelly online. I know Napomo Surfer, our friend Tommy Nefsey. I see him all the time online as well. What up, Mike? Lyle, how you doing?
Do not go running off, falling off, and all that stuff. Just hang around here. And let's do that so it's nice and quick and everyone can get out of here.
How cool. We are live at the 2022 Bar Poker Open National Championship.
Yeah, wait for us to tell you the deal.
We have an East Coast Championship at the Borgata. I think this works for a new southern location as well. Excited to hear the news on that. Here are our chip counts. Tommy up top with 5.8 million, our chip leader. Carlos with 4.5 million. Marty 3.76. Courtney 3.4 million. Johnny Kelly 3.2 million. Ruben with 19 big blinds and 3.1 million. Adam sitting on the 16 big blind area, 2.7 million. Mikey 11 big blinds at 1.8, and Carlin 11 big blinds at 1.785 million. 80,000, 160,000, $160,000 big blind ante, responsible for the pre-flop amount. $400,000 in that flop pre-flop every hand. 400,000 in the flop. It's a lot of money.
You got this whole side.
Again, can't say it enough. barpokeropen.com. That's where you want to go check out how you can get here, all the different poker leagues. But I'll tell you, there's so much interaction on that site. All of your stats, all of the different tournaments. You can watch other players. You can sit in multiple tournaments if you want. All of your winnings, all what you need to qualify for with, all of the events that are happening, all the opportunities are all posted. It's pretty simple and explanatory. There you see our payouts again. We know what they are. And our chip counts. So a priest, a rabbi, and a poker player are sitting in a rowboat in the middle of a lake fishing one day. The priest is sitting there and has to go to the bathroom. So he says to his two friends, "I'll be right back, gentlemen. I got to take care of a little business." Priest stands up in the boat, walks across the water, gets on shore, goes in the woods, takes care of business, comes back, walks across the water, gets back in the boat, and says, "Oh, I feel so much better. Time to fish some more." A few minutes later, the rabbi, "Oh, man, I have to go to the bathroom now." Rabbi walks across the water, gets on shore, goes in the woods, does his thing, comes back, gets in the boat, and says, "Man, do I feel better now." A few minutes later, the poker player, "Wow, I have to go to the bathroom too." Poker player stands up, takes a step out of the boat, sploosh, goes to the bottom of the lake. Rabbi looks at the priest and says, "Think we should have told him where the rocks were?"
Yeah, we did.
Sorry, that's what I do. Bad jokes. Yes, I am known for bad jokes. All right, here we go. 80,000, 160,000, 160,000 big blind ante. You see that we've played 84 hands today. $400,000 in the pot pre-flop. There we go. Carlos, Johnny, 10-4. He's out of there. Actions on Adam. Folds his ace-8. Moves over to Courtney. Courtney gets rid of her 7-3. All right, first position. Johnny Kelly, Eastern Poker Tour. Second seat, Carlos Collins from Resort Poker League. Mike Schnitzer in the third position over the top. 4th seat, Marty Bender from the Sunshine Poker League. 5th seat, our friend Tommy Nefsey from Sunshine. Ruben Vancelette, one-time poker tour in the 6th seat. Adam Icarino, New York Free Poker in the 7th seat. Courtney Sims in the 8th seat from Eastern Poker Tour. And Carl Soto, New York Free Poker. That's our final table, our feature table. One player to be knocked out. Then we go to our final table tomorrow. As you can see, Johnny under the gun, ace, jack. I suspect he's going to make a little raise right here. And he gets rid of it. Okay, Johnny. Doesn't like the position he's in. Carlos looking at pocket fours, $160,000 for him to call. And he announces raise. Raising here, Mike, yes. He raises to $480,000. Mike's out of there. Tommy's out of there. Carlos gets rid of those. Ruben gets rid of that. Courtney's out. And just like that, Carlos pulls in some chips. All right, you see our chip counts once again, 6.6 million for our chip leader. Carlos under the gun wakes up with King 8. 160,000 for him to call. I think he's going to fold in this case. Marty's gone. Tommy's gone. Ruben looks at the ace, says no. Adam is connectors there, 10-9 in the cutoff position. Gets rid of those. Courtney, 10-4, good buddy. Gets rid of hers on the button. Carlin with 8-9, small blind. 98 with 9-8. 80,000 for him to call. He does. Johnny in the big blind raises it to 660,000. Just like that, Johnny takes some more chips, adding to his stack. Buttons on Carl. First to act will be Mike. Small blind is Johnny. Carlos in the big blind. Queen 6. Mike gets rid of it. Marty looks at 10-9 suited. He's got 3.7 million. Marty simply calls right there. Tommy with ace 5 suited. He's going to raise his ace here. Oh, he just calls right there. Ruben with his ace 10. Ruben with his ace makes a raise right there. Raises 460,000. Adam with suited 10 jack. Doesn't want to stick around. Courtney gets rid of her small king as well. Got 1.8 million in the pot. Action has moved around. All right. Johnny gets rid of his hand. Carlos gets rid of his. Marty makes the call. Action is on Tommy. Tommy's going to make the call here as well. All right, we got 3 players to the flop. 1.48 million in that flop. 1.78 million in the flop now. Marty will be first to act. Marty has an open ender on the flop. Doesn't help Tommy. No matches. Ace 10. Inside draw for Ruben. Marty opens. Little bet. 500,000. Tommy folds. Ruben's going to stick around for one more card. And he does. As you can see, he's got 7 outs, 9s, 8s. Here's the turn. Ace of spades on the turn. Ruben hits his ace and the flush draw. Marty's still got the open ender. He checks. Actions on Ruben. Ruben shoves all in. Marty gets rid of his cards pretty quickly. Nice pot. It's the 2022 Bar Poker Open National Championship here live in Las Vegas at the Gold Nugget Resort here. My name is Evan Myers. I've been hanging out this afternoon with my friends Ebony Kenny, Andrew Griffith, Carl Pepitone. Thank you guys for all your support and help. You guys do an awesome job as always. I'm so excited, though, to be back with Ebony. We've done so many of these. Missed her last year. $229,000 up for grabs. Final 8, min cash final 9, min cash $3,700 right now. Yeah. Get some folds. Tommy gets out of that. Ruben, King 8 suited. And he makes the call. Adam suited 4-5. He gets rid of it. Courtney's out. Carlin's out. Johnny Kelly on the button shoves with his ace king. $3.2 million for Carlos to make this call. Obviously he's not going to call there, and Mike's going to get rid of that. He's not going to chase that. But Johnny's made some of these moves. He's been taking down the pots pre-flop. King 8 after Ruben. Put some money already into the pot. He's just got to let Johnny know that he's thinking about his hand. What up, Vanessa? What up, Nick? Nick in the house. Nick had a nice showing. Nick cashed. Good job. Congratulations, buddy. Nick Sims. And Johnny gets all that cash back, all those chips back into his pile. As you can see, we got 9 players left. The Bar Poker Open Championship. One more player will get us to the official final table, which is where we're going to come back tomorrow. Ebony and myself will be here with our friends. Please check out barpokeropen.com. Let me say it again, barpokeropen.com, where you can find out all about registering, qualifying, and playing in these awesome tournaments. Poker News in the house, giving live updates. Check out their blog. Under the gun, Tommy wakes up with ace 9. He doesn't want to play it. Ruben, second to act, +1. He is looking at pocket 2s. He's going to make a little stab here. My guess, he doesn't want to play it. Pairs are tough to come by, and he gets rid of it. That's all right. Adam says, see it is ace. Courtney's gone. Carlin looks at pair of fours. I think he's going to go 1.2 right here. That would be my bet. Makes sense. Everybody behind him isn't folding. He's in the hijack seat. And he makes the raise. Action's on Johnny. Johnny's gone. Mike's gone. Marty with that sneaky 5-3 in the big blind gets rid of his. And Carlin just added about 400,000 to his chips. Not bad, buddy. Been having so much fun here at the Golden Nugget. So many friends from home are out here. Everybody that's out here has a ton of friends with them, though. It's so nice to see the 1,200 or so people that came out here. So much fun. Ruben, under the gun. Jack 9 gets rid of that. Adam with his ace. He doesn't want to play that. We're looking at $80,000, $160,000 blinds. Courtney folds her 10 ace. Carlin 8-2. Goodbye. Johnny in the hijack seat. 6-5. He gets rid of his. Carlos pocket fours in the cutoff. One from the button. I suspect he's going to take a stab at it right here. 160,000 for the big blind. Maybe he's going to go to about 420, 440. Mike gets rid of his cards. Marty has a decision to make right now with his King 7 in the small blind. He gets rid of it. 4.6 was the raise. Tommy all in. Carlos makes the call. Whoa, we got some action going right now. Pocket fours, ace jack. Ace jack is only slightly behind by 1 or 2 percentage points. 9.2 million in the flop. Here comes in the pot. Here comes a flop. Carlos hits his set. Tommy's drawing thin. Ace 2, 3, 4, 5 possibilities. Just the twos though. And Tommy hits that 2. Holy cow! Tommy hits the 2 on the river, and just like that, the Pomo Surfer has eliminated Carlos in 9th place. Congratulations, Carlos. Carlos Collins, Resort Poker. Carlos is walking home with $3,700 or $3,710. Sorry, there's a lot of talking right now. Dealer is just confirming that right now. How cool is that? We are down to a final table. It's the 2022 Bar Poker Open National Championship here live in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm very happy to be joined by Glenn McCrory, president of Bar Poker Open and Eastern Poker Tour. Glenn, what a great day of poker we had.
Oh, yeah, action-packed. I noticed they left you all alone in the booth over here.
They sure did. It's not nothing new.
I just heard Evan yelling out of the booth area by himself. He needs a helper.
I like company, but we're down to that final table.
Yeah, I mean, what a way to crack the TV money bubble, right? The runner
straight on that river for Tommy. Tommy, I mean, this guy just runs over everything. He wins the online championship. He was here last year.
Oh yeah, he won event 1.
And he won
on Sunday at 1:00. He won that event. So they did chop it 4 or 5 ways, but he had the chip leader, so he got the win in the trophy. Yeah.
Huh,
So
good for him. Congratulations, Tom.
He's doing all right. All right.
He sure is. We got one woman left in the house from our area.
Yes. Yes. Courtney.
Go Courtney. Johnny Kelly.
That's right.
Another one of our EPTers still in the house.
Poker Tours.
Yeah.
Still going.
Still represented. So check this out. So, guys, what a great day of poker. It's the 2022 Bar Poker Open National Championship. My name is Evan Myers. This is Glenn McCrory. We've been watching some really cool poker here. $37,000 still up for grabs in that top spot. And if you want to see what all the action that was happening on the side tables, go check out our friends at Poker News and check out that great blog, pokernews.com. So, Glenn, what are your thoughts?
I think today a lot of players were short stacked because they all held on like crazy to make it to day 2.
Right.
So I think the average big blind going into it was probably 8 to 10 bigs. But that is leveled out now. Now at the final table, it looks like we're about 20 bigs is the average stack. So we actually will get to see some play tomorrow. And I think it's a byproduct of this part not lasting that long, right?
Sure, absolutely. It's going to be fun seeing all that poker play. Last year, everybody was pretty even stacked. So they were having challenges because they were so close. But we have some big stacks right now and smaller blinds percentage-wise. So
absolutely. Do you know who the big stack is at the moment?
At the moment, I don't have that last chip count.
So I have to assume Tom Nefsey he went from almost nothing just about an hour or two ago,
right,
to now having a nice healthy stack after that. To show you stay in the game as long as possible, and good things are going to happen.
Absolutely. What time tomorrow are we going to reconvene?
Tomorrow live, we're going to be 2:00 is going to be the final table, and that means we're going to be on a 30-minute delay. So for Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Twitch, we're going to be at roughly 2:30.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
All right, so it's the 2022 Bar Poker Open National Championship here live in Las Vegas, Nevada. My name is Evan Myers. This is Glenn McCrory. We've had a great day of poker, guys. Can't wait to see you tomorrow. Check it out. We'll see you then.
Thank you all. Join us live 2:30 tomorrow on YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitch.
There you go. And peace out. We had a great day. Thank you, Ebony. Thank you, Carl. Thank you, Griff, for helping out. And we will catch you guys tomorrow.